Hello and welcome everyone to episode number 50 of the smobcast, the big 50, halfway to 100, if we manage to get to 100. So, we've got one more new servant, kinda, like, we've gotten to see him, we've gotten to use him, but we don't have him yet because this story chapter still hasn't completed, but he is a welfare.
There's actually one thing that I think we need to wait until the character comes out to confirm. But we'll get into that later.
Oh, we can speculate about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Plushie is, for at least the fourth or fifth time in the last few years, he is having doubts about Korean Dark. So we're gonna discuss that with him and help him, like basically be his couples therapists here today. Okay.
I think he's here to recommit.
Bruh.
Damn. Well, like every time you get out of a marriage, dude, like it's because you're going for another woman. Who is this next woman? And if there isn't, what went wrong? Yeah. I guess you don't have to answer that question.
Oh, the next character? I don't know, man. Fucking Typhon Ephemeros, if she ever comes out. I literally have nothing. I'm waiting for Summer Koyan, but we didn't get her, so.
Dang. Well, maybe someday.
Maybe someday, but yeah, let's.
But what is today is Kishinami Hakuno. Not Hakuno.
Oh, he already has a page for this. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they
wow.
don't have like his art up because we don't have that yet. But yeah, this is all the data mine stuff we have. Like you're able to use them as a story support in one or two of the quests. But yeah, we have all we have all the specifications now. So he is an AoE Buster alter ego, not alter ego.
Alter ego.
Moon Cancer. Yes. Yeah, that's
King of the Moon.
Another one of those stupid made-up classes.
No,
I mean,
these
King of the Moon.
fake classes made up by the new media.
Yeah, and another one of
ruin
those stupid
youth.
Sakura face classes that is being assigned to someone who is very much not a Sakura face.
I mean, he's the King of the Moon.
He's made out with a soccer face. That counts, right?
Look,
Yeah.
if I was married and I made out with my wife, could I say that I am my wife?
No, but you're the same
Exactly.
class.
That doesn't make any
Before
sense.
he ends up being you, Olga. No, this is very different from you, Olga. This is basically a playable, like this is a straight up playable server that has an MP, has everything.
There's also a really interesting thing he does that because his skills aren't maxed in the story, like you can't do it.
So you don't know.
So yeah, his gains are pretty decent, like 1.8% arts cards, and then like 2.4% quick card, like pretty normal hit counts, and like pretty average gains, I'd say, for Buster Arts deck.
Yep.
Excuse you.
Alright.
Surprised he's neutral good instead of neutral balanced. I don't know why. I figured they'd just make him like white bread. Neutral balanced.
He should have been lawful good just for the bond boost, but yeah.
Okay, so I think the most interesting thing about him is this skill. This is the first 0-turn cooldown skill. So like at
this is the one I'm
1
talking
it's
about.
2, and then at 10 it's 0. So as long as you have 10% charge, which like it costs 10% charge to activate, you're able to continually reuse this skill. And every time you do, you get at least 10 stars. Like if you have 50 stars, then like
you stop getting stars.
Yeah, you stop getting stars. So
which is strange. So if you have 49 stars and you use it, you still get 10 stars. And then you stop.
For the longest time, I thought they were restricting it. So I thought they restricted it so that he couldn't press it after he got 50 stars. But no, he can keep pressing it. So like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then also, he randomly deals 5 new command cards, which does reset the deck. I wasn't sure if that was the case because I don't think Atlas specified until this point, but I'm glad this is the case.
All card shuffling skills reset the deck.
Doesn't the Mystic Code one not reshuffle it?
Yes, the Mystic Code one doesn't. Well, it reshuffles the deck, but it doesn't reshuffle a turn later.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, yeah, it doesn't do it a turn later, yes.
So yes.
Like every servant skill that does it resets the deck the next turn.
I'm actually not sure if pre-buff Artoria Ruler does it.
Oh, maybe not.
But anyways, so yeah.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, like he just makes he can make a bunch of stars if you have charge, and he just keeps reshuffling the deck. I think that shit is a really cool concept. Like it has its limit, but you're able to just like keep re-rolling RNG, and like you can still break RNG because like you can keep getting Brave chains every turn.
So with append 2, once you have them, a K-scope, 2 Vitches, Oberon, you can in fact shuffle 29 times on turn 1. Now,
yeah,
you have to be
card RNG.
Yeah, you have to have really bad luck for that to be necessary, though.
Okay, here's the thing.
Perfect card RNG.
Yes, the perfect raid boss killer.
Eat your heart out. I see multiple comments saying it's better. I don't actually think it's better than Artoria Ruler Shuffle.
Ruler provides,
it is not.
Provides party buffs. Like
40% attack and 50% crit, and then also 30% MP gain for a turn. Like, that's a lot.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say if you need a Brave Chain, how many clicks on average would you need for Hakuno to give you one versus Artoria Ruler's 1 click? Like how many clicks of Hakuno? I didn't calc this obviously, but like you can technically calculate this. Like how many clicks of Hakuno would you need to be equivalent to Artoria Ruler of 1 click in terms of giving you a Brave Chain? I think Artoria, like excluding like 5 cards from your pool is huge, right? I don't necessarily think this is like actually that practical, but it's cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying, I'm just talking to the chat. I don't necessarily think it's that great. Like, do you really want to keep spending your MP to fucking redeal your hand? Like,
as a support skill, like using it outside of for just himself, I don't think it's that good.
Yes, Artoria can only click on. Okay, yes, but like you have to think about how many of Hakuno's clicks would combine to like be about equivalent to Artoria Ruler's like 1 click, right? In terms of the chance of giving you, let's say, a Brave Chain, right? Because it also depends on what you're aiming for, obviously.
Oh but... yeah, I think I fucked up my. Oh, okay. Yeah, I fucked up my math. I was trying to calculate it because if you multiply the fractional odds, like you get like the amount of that, and the way you would have to calculate that is like 5
1 minus.
Well,
yeah.
Well, 5 divided by 15, and then times 4 divided by 14, because you're removing 1 card every time you get the right card, and then you just count back until you have 3 of them. But I got like 6%, which I don't think is correct.
I forgot. I don't think it's correct because like
2%. Yeah, 2% sounds wrong.
Because it's not like you have to like. It's not like you can keep a hand. You know, like if you need a Brave Chain on Hakuno, I got 1 Buster. I can't keep the Buster and then shuffle the rest of the 14. Right, like it's not good odds, right? Like it's not necessarily like, okay. So for people who don't understand how this will work, if you TA and you need a specific opening hand, that's basically it. Like how many tries before you get that is how many clicks you need on Hakuno, which is, yeah. Is the drain a demerit? He can spam it well, no, he can't spam it infinitely because assuming what you mean is he's clicking it infinitely on the same turn. So Alco's thing is at the end of the turn. So he can't get, like, if you click it every turn once, yes, it's infinite. But
Yeah.
like if you click it infinite times in a turn, you can't go infinite.
Yeah,
So
as I said, you can click it 29 times per turn.
So I hate to break it to all of the people who want to look for meta and new servants and all, but his first skill is not Vich compatible. Because you can't cooldown reduce it.
Damn.
You can't have -2.
It would be so funny if whenever I use Vich's skill on him, he just like pops it 3 times like automatically. That's actually bad.
Yeah, and he just immediately loses. He only gets
you just
30.
lose your hand immediately. You're like, whoops.
He loses. 30,
wait,
he only gets 30% charge out of it. Whoa.
Wait, you're right. You're right. Alco's third skill removes the merit. Doesn't it?
Protagonist correction. You're right.
Oh, we can try that. That's fun.
Wait, is it 1 turn or 1 time?
It's
1
3
turn.
turns.
Oh, 3 turns. Yeah. We can try it. Okay, please. Oh, please, we can try that. We can try. Oh, that's so funny. But like Alco's skill is coded very inconsistently. So there are skills that they specifically make it not work with. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they can.
It calls itself a demerit. I don't know. But yeah, that's the most interesting thing he has. But he still has 2 other skills. So his second skill is
it's still interesting.
I don't know. I think his second skill is super interesting too.
I mean, it's a concept that's been done before, but like it's pretty like it's all right.
I think the only cool one is the quick card. To be honest.
So
I think all combined,
what it is
cool.
Is it's a 3 like all 3 colors buff. So 30% quick, 30% arts, and 30% buster, and 3 on attack buffs. The quick one is limited, whereas the arts and buster ones are not limited, and you can keep getting those. But what those are, so the quick one gives you evasion for a single turn, which means that you use that quick card, and you're clean for that turn, and you can get 2 evades across 6 turns, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And it's also not like you're ever gonna accidentally double up on them, because he only has 1 quick card, but you can shuffle to get another quick card
the next turn, so you can evade again, and it's a full 1 turn evade.
This is what I'm thinking with his solo, because his MP also has a stun, so like it's not guaranteed, but like combine this with the MP stun. Yeah, he could go on for a while. Go like 3 turns without taking damage.
I mean, but I also think 20% on an arts card is really strong. For a servant that has an easier time getting their cards.
Yeah, by the way, we haven't said the other 2. So arts cards infinitely gives you 20% charge for each arts card you use, and then buster cards give you crit damage of 20% for 3 turns. For 3 turns with buster cards. Yeah, I think I said it weird. But yeah, back to you.
Yeah, I think that's super good. Like the buster and the arts and stuff like that. Like, cause like on a turn, basically, you're like a mighty chain on top of doing the damage, increases your crit by 20%, gives you an extra 20% charge, and gives you an evade. Like, it's a lot of stuff to be gained.
I didn't calc his gain, but like once again, if you do MPQA Mighty Chain, BQA, MPQA, assuming the MP stuns, that's 4 turns of like no damage, right?
Well, so
and then
part of the problem you might have with that though is you don't want to Mighty Chain with your MP. If you have the quick thing still, because you're just gonna waste the evade.
You stun. You're right.
But that being said, you're probably gonna get more out of NP art anyways, because you're getting an extra 20%.
Yeah, you do MP art and then B.
Also,
BQ,
Plushie, I think you're a little close to your mic. Like,
oh, sorry.
You're peaking your mic a little bit. But yeah, I actually do think the Buster card one might be a little. It might end up being a bit of something, because it's not just your like Buster cards. It doesn't specify normal
Yeah,
cards.
it
Oh,
does.
crits.
It says right there.
Yeah, normal attack.
Normal.
It's
Never
not-
mind. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
it's right there. It is just normal
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, it doesn't go with MP, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought they
just
specified
I would look
after
into
that.
'cause-
Okay, in that case, maybe it's not going to be as much. But I mean, like, to be fair, you can just reset to get 2 Buster cards. That being said,
Yeah.
that might be a little bit hard.
It's RNG. It really is like he gets a lot out of using his cards. That's why he has his first skill. But I mean, if you don't care about using his MP, because honestly, his MP is kind of weak. I think his MP is not like
Okay.
extra.
Okay.
His MP
Well,
is.
let's-
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But like, I think like there are definitely situations where it's worth it to waste your MP gauge reshuffling his deck.
Yeah, because like he's a card focused servant, so the MP doesn't have to matter as much.
Yeah, but once again, the problem is he doesn't really do damage with his cards still. Like, yeah, he gets the crit, whatever. Like he doesn't like he's gonna be a really passive unit unless it's solos. I still think this is more so for solos, but I could be wrong. But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so his third skill is also unique in that you have 3 choices. You can either get 30% special attack for 3 turns against Sky, against Earth, or against Man. So that's going to affect your cards as well. It's basically 30% universal card damage, basically crit damage that applies without needing to crit, as well as 30% battery, because why wouldn't he have a 30% battery? And 10 stars per turn, which I think having the 10 stars per turn and the first skill gimmick, I wanna try like using him as a support and like just trying to guarantee someone else's cards over and over again. Because if I don't have to use his NP, like
Then you can use it all for shuffling.
just send him in with a K scope and
Yeah. Yeah, and he can give you 15 resets if you max out his appends and skills.
Yeah.
So and then he gives you stars too.
See, because I'm thinking like if you were gonna use him like that, there may be a thing where like say you have like a taunt CE on him and you have his append, so you have 5 shots to like reset the deck to get a good hand if you don't need a bunch of damage. See, that's the thing. All these things are like it's a great option if you don't need the damage from somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not gonna be good for TAs because you can't like if you're struggling to fit in Ruler Artoria for your TAs, you're not gonna fit him in, right? Like that's just how it works. But
I mean, he's
but
slightly
it's
cheaper,
really
to
fun.
be fair. I have had
That's-
situations where I wanted to use Ruler Artoria, but I had too much, like, I didn't have enough team cost for it. Or I had too much
Well,
cost.
yeah, but like the bigger issue is most of the, and like she has good team buffs already. 40% attack up, 50% crit up. Like unless you're doing like frontline only or like you're cutting supports, I think she can legitimately fit into a couple of min-turn comps. But anyways, but like I don't think he's necessarily gonna be that. But like for normal play is really fun. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he has one of those kits where you're gonna see people who heavy invest like 120 and all that do some interesting or funny things with them. Because like he does have, and now that we're on the screen, we can look at the passives. Because he does have his attack stat looks kind of low, but I think it's helped by his passives.
Yeah. Yeah, 8,500. It's like not. It's not great.
It's on the lower end for 4 stars.
Yeah, and he doesn't
He's
have
not
a higher
caster or
bod.
assassin, so he doesn't have a minus modifier, but a neutral one.
Yeah. So he has a passive 12% crit, as well as another passive 5% crit, and then passive 5% Buster and Arts. And then he has a pretty interesting passive that's like 10% attack, basically universal, because it's against all
Except for foreigners.
all of the classes except foreigners. Yeah, even beasts, at least the playable beasts. So so Erish and Draco.
That's cool. I mean, it's 10%, but that's cool.
I mean, 10% can make a difference. Like when you're doing when you're unlocking like class score, that like 10% MP damage at the end can make a wide statistical difference. Like when you're like,
This is why after looking at it, I think his let's go to his MP first, and I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I guess, but
So his NP is also something unique. All of his skills have something interesting on them, as well as his NP. So he's the first servant with anti-purge defense, which is basically it pierces invuln and it pierces anti-purge, but it doesn't ignore evasion. That activates for 1 turn, and then he has a 60% chance to stun them. That's overcharge.
I think this is obviously really cool. But I think in reality it's probably gonna be worse than Invul Pierce.
Yes. Yeah, that's something that's something I knew I had to fight with people on, because some
people
people
are not. There's no solid defense on it.
Because here's the thing: is like evade, like the chance of you running into invuln, like against invuln alone.
How many
it's
times
exactly the same?
Yeah, how many
like,
times have we ran
it doesn't
into
work against evade.
anti-purge?
It's like saying sure hit is, it's like comparing sure hit to invuln pierce. Sure hit only hits one thing, and
this hits two
invuln
things.
hits two.
It still hits two things, yeah.
This
But
hits
yeah,
two
like
things,
you
but
said,
the thing it hits
anti-purge
is so rare. And,
And evasion is so common. Like, invuln pierce, imagine if invuln pierce only pierced invuln and it didn't ignore evasion. And I think invuln pierce would
I think
actually
it
be
used
worse
to,
than sure
didn't
hit.
it? Didn't it early on in the game?
No, it
I'm
never did.
misremembering something.
It never did, and it should have done that, in my opinion, because it makes it would significantly weaken Invul Pierce, which I think would suck. But at the same time, like lore-wise, it makes 0 sense. Like for an Invul Pierce, the MP is supposed to be like a wall breaker. For evasion, for sure hit, you're supposed to be like you're either you have magic.
You're unable to dodge.
Yeah. Either you have magic or you're very fast. Like it makes 0 sense that Invuln Pierce is like has the ability to deal with evade. But there you go.
Yeah. So
True, I agree.
I think some people are being a little harsh on his NP damage. I think his NP damage won't be terrible. Like,
Yeah,
he's kind of generic Buster Looper with the 30% battery, but like you can double up on this, and this is effectively 60% anti anything.
Here's the thing: most people complaining don't know how to read attributes. Even though you can click you can click on the enemy and see their attributes. They don't know what those mean. They can't recognize. Like, here's the thing: the sky looks like Nintendo's thing. This is Earth, and man looks like a man.
This is what I was gonna say.
Heaven, Earth, and human. You mean?
This is what I was gonna say. I think his MP damage is not gonna be that bad because of this skill alone. And I guess the passive. Like this is like Buster really wants attack up. Buster doesn't really have a good source of attack up, so the passive is a little bit better in Buster. And like it's nice. Like and because of a Pen 5, you can double it on 2. Right? So it's good. Like if you're just using Buster looping. And also we never had any like Buster loopers in welfare. So technically Gray doesn't. She has 20 battery.
She has a 10% refund.
Oh, well, she can't start with cranking.
Yeah. I did think that argument was kind of funny because, like, K-scope with plug, if you have to do that, anything with the.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, I just threw the can.
Oh,
so
I thought Ryou was throwing something out of anger.
This is like technically the most quote-unquote free-to-play Buster Looper, because you run Hakuno with cranking, and that's pretty good already. That's like decent. Yeah. I'd say that's like decent.
Look. You can also run double home run with Cha-Cha.
Well, that's horrible. I mean, is it really horrible? I mean, she's a berserker. I don't know.
She's a berserker. I think it would be okay.
The thought of it is horrible.
I didn't actually calculate
me physically ill.
I didn't actually calculate it because berserker, like Cha-Cha has really fucking low attack stat, but like the berserker like 1.5 is really big. But like still, I think Hakuno, like his main job is not gonna be a Buster Looper. He's gonna be a fun character you can play
Oh,
around with.
yeah. Also, I guess Spartacus is also a free Buster Looper because now you can
Oh,
actually
yeah,
double cast
you're
his second
right.
skill, so it's not
You're
always
right.
going to be scope.
Oh, Spartacus. I actually didn't think about this. Spartacus might outdamage Hakuno and Buster Looping. I'm not joking.
No.
You don't know that.
You don't know. I mean,
I
Hold
mean,
on,
I don't-
You
I
can run the
don't think
numbers.
so,
Like
but-
you can we could calc it.
yeah.
I'm lazy. I don't want to use a bot. Like there's no bots.
I mean-
You're like I'm lazy.
I don't-
Dude, just
I don't
wait
like
for the
using-
bot. Wait.
I don't like using bots, honestly. I like
Uh,
doing it manually, which is inefficient. But
I use a website, but
do you
Unless
use
Chaldea app already
this website.
has him. No, Chaldea app doesn't
Okay.
have him yet.
So let's go with Berserker, Spartacus, and we go to 60 because that's wish there was, like-
Spartacus has been able to loop for a long time.
sure. Hey,
He
let's do
and like
2,000.
that,
Yeah,
that's
but he
like the
needed
biggest
K-scope.
fucking joke. Well, he had the
Let's see. So
Oh.
150 from the two of them.
hold on.
He has a 40% mana burst, right? It would be 202%. I guess plus the 8% from cranking, so it's gonna be 210%. 100% NP damage. I'm just calculating wave 3 because like it's
No,
annoying to
he
go through
didn't
it.
need K-scope. He has 30 battery. He already could.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
cool down-
no, his second skill was one turn too long to cooldown.
Oh, it's cooldown 7. Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's
yeah.
a big buff. I didn't think about that. That's a pretty big fucking
1.5.
buff. Ooh.
and I'm typing and
142K.
I'm calculating Hakuno.
Oh yeah,
I'll share the
actually,
image
yeah,
once we're done.
his damage is worse than Hakuno's in that case.
Oh.
Because
So I'm looking at-
I remember calcing Hakuno's. Oh wait, hold on.
Is this
NP
is
upgrade.
this double
forgot.
Vitch Oberon?
Yes, I
Yeah,
forgot.
Dovich Oberon.
Okay.
So
Okay,
So double Vitch
170k.
Oberon is let's see, 60 buster on
close.
self, 100 buster, 50 buster, 5 from
It's
passive, 5 or 8 from cranking. So that's 223 buster.
Yeah, he can.
gets 10% attack. Oh, and are we counting the Mystic Code or no?
Mystic Code. Oh yeah, I did.
Sure, sure.
And
Okay.
you.
Mystic Code, it's 20. Is it 2020 for the?
No,
Is it
it's-
3030?
I think it's 30. Let me check.
The
Final
Mystic Code.
Showdown.
No, it's 2020.
Oh, it's
Okay,
okay.
it's
It's
2020?
2024. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
so that's 30 attack
Okay.
total, and then MP damage is going to be.
Wait,
doesn't
what
have
CE
any
are you
MP
going
damage
with?
in cranking.
Cranking.
Cranking. Okay, that's what I did. Oh wait,
So-
hold on. Actually, I fucked up a little
That's
bit
15
then.
cranking, 30. Is Oberon's MP damage 30 or 20? It's 20, right?
30.
No, it's 30. 30.
30.
20 from that, so that's 65. Multiplied by 2
So
is
130.
130. And then power mod is, we're going to say he always
60.
can pick it, so it's 30.
60. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
60?
yeah.
You're
You
right,
double
60.
Yeah,
Cast it.
because it's double cast it.
And
Yeah, the
I'm
60
just-
might be the
I'm
one
just
pushing it
calculating
over.
neutral, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
good?
neutral. Yeah.
All right, and that comes out to an average of 241,000.
Oh wow. you
Yeah.
went.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so Hakuno is the best free Buster Looper neutral something whatever. So there you go.
Yeah.
Where is he?
I mean, it'll
Yeah.
it'll work.
All right. But what about Kiyohime?
Cute.
What
She doesn't have battery.
Yes,
Yeah.
she does. See,
She
See,
she
I
needs to
remem-
burn.
so yeah. So
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah, the
comp.
diagram. For those who don't know,
Yeah.
she is able to Buster Loop. If you use double Oberon and put burn command codes on like everyone, and
Yeah.
use one of their cards before her NP, she refunds 10%. And as long as you have 10% battery, you can Buster Loop. Technically, everyone just hates it because it's such a low bar. Like you're
Nobody's
like
gonna do that.
barely stepping over. But I mean, like, hey, if you're a Kiyohime fan, like, I mean,
Once
Alright.
again, her problem is her MP doesn't burn before damage. It would have just fixed it if her MP burnt before damage.
Yeah, but that would have
Like-
made her Saber Alter too. Except she'd be a berserker, so she might be.
Who cares?
She might
Just
be
make
better
her
for it
meta.
than.
Look.
She-
Here's my
She
take.
unironically might be better for that than
Here's
Salter
my-
if she does that.
I would rather everybody has access to a Salter-esque Buster Looper than Salter being there, like being even more expensive than original Artoria.
Wait,
Right, like,
wait. But think of all the people that picked her on the SR ticket.
Fucking jokes on you.
Who
Should have picked
Should've-
Nero. Lol.
No, you
Should've fucking picked.
You should have. You should have picked Kiyohime instead. Pick the other one.
Should have picked Keo Lancer, loser. Yeah, I mean, like, look, like, I don't know. I think they should have done that. It would have been funny, and then like people would have stopped caring about Buster looping. Like, I would no longer have to calculate Buster looping because every time people are just like, oh, just use Kiyohime. That'd be so funny. Just use Kiyohime. Oh, man.
I think I'd rather.
My favorite sentence: just use Kiyohime. She got a cute costume
my
too.
hands off and never play the game again.
She got a cute costume too.
Well, I'd assume that if you chop your hands off, you wouldn't be able to play the game again, unless you like play it with your nose or your toes.
Oh, ghosts.
Yeah, but
I don't think I'd be committed enough to a game to do that, honestly.
Hakuno is really cool. I'm looking forward to. I think we're gonna get the female one as the other one. So you're gonna have to choose.
I hope it's not a choice thing. I hope you just get both.
They're gonna make
I think
you
they
choose.
should just give you one. I think here's my opinion. I think that they should be Lost Belt 6 style welfares where you get
from the friend point.
You get copies where you get like let you pick and you get the initial, because they say, well, here's the thing is they say that you'll get them through them through the process of part 3, which makes it sound like you're going to get multiple copies. So like making a choice early on wouldn't quite make sense unless it was. So that's why
No,
I think
they said progress through the story to get the character. That's like that's how they say it every time.
That's all it is. See, because
I'm pretty sure.
I would hope that what it is it's not a choice. Is you literally get, you know,
I mean, yeah,
you get them both, and then for extra
suck.
copies, it's in FP. Like, or you pick one and you get the 5 copies, but you can still roll both of them in like the friend point for more copies and more points. Because like there's no coin, there's no shop to buy coins in.
They can just add it. Like I don't see a problem with that. They can just add it to evocation for free. Like I don't know.
What's happening?
Or just put it as a clear reward in one of the
what
like
is it?
bonus.
What chat mean? Ryou's mic is sending me. What does that mean?
Can I get some clarification on what my mic is doing for you here and what that means?
There's something in the shop that's question mark. No, it's not gonna
gaslit.
be. It's not gonna be in the event shop.
It's not gonna be in the event shop.
Because even when they make it a main interlude, they're not gonna have an event shop. So it's gonna be somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably picking the female because the female one, actually, as of now,
is cuter.
No, I was gonna say she has be a female's a better trait, but actually I'm not sure. Because if you want to use Maeve in multi-core, which happens a lot actually, male is better.
Don't worry.
If you want to,
we'll get a mechanical support sometime, or in the very least a high servant one.
He's cool. I like his outfit. I think his outfit is really fucking edgy, and I like it.
I do think it's cool.
The female outfit is just gonna be the dress, which is really cute, but it's just the dress. Like it's just like we've seen that like everywhere, but you know, but yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the dress though.
What I
It would
kind
be
of
funny if they made the female arts. Oh no.
no.
Dude, if they were different card types but the same skill set, that would actually be the funniest thing because the female would crush.
Well, a
mean-
big part of that is because she can refund, and that means you can
That means you can cycle
infinitely
the
do her
deck
first
even
skill.
more.
Oh yeah,
And
true.
it-
But like,
Oh, but
how
instead
many
it
hits is
costs
it in- 'Cause
instead.
imagine
No.
this
Here's what it is.
Same thing with
Here's
an
what-
arts NP. You just shuffle till you get 2 arts cards.
No,
and then you literally refund 300%, and then you have like 20 tries before
Here's what happens. She is quick, and you spend stars to get charge instead.
Oh, it's the opposite. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of broken, isn't it?
Hold on a
Wait,
second.
no,
Actually, if it's quick,
That's what people wanted for the longest time. They want excess stars.
And you spend stars, and it shuffles the deck, and it gives you charge up to 50%.
Nah, bro. No. This can't.
Wait.
Here's the problem.
100%. Yeah.
Here's the problem. This is what people wanted for quick loopers. They wanted excess stars to translate into charge. We can't do this.
I think that'd be really funny. I think they should, you know.
Yeah. See, they would have to make a pretty steep star requirement, like 10 to 5%. Because
10 stars.
How many hits?
Yeah, 10 stars, and then you have some shit like Charlie.
Is, 6 hits,
dude,
or 5 hits.
Dude, you could have Charlie looping with like fucking Paracelsus, because he already makes like 90 stars.
But it wouldn't be on Charlie; it would be on Hakuno.
Also,
yeah, but okay.
Also,
yeah,
Hakunon's
that's
third skill will feed into the skill per turn.
That's part of what I was thinking though, because like everyone can use the stars. So what if it's team charge instead, like 5% team charge?
No, it wouldn't be team charge.
If you're doing that, then they should just do what people are suggesting, which apparently it's not how it's gonna work according to Datamine, but like none of this is confirmed. But like people are suggesting the female one should be the SSR. People are suggesting that the male one should be free, the female one should be paid.
Honestly, what I think they should do, and I think it feels pretty likely, is just make it a costume. Like they're the same character except gender bent.
No, they're not. They're not going to be I think there are two separate individuals, or
I think
they're
there are
alter
two
egos. Like they're alter egos of themselves, or something like that.
I'm pretty sure there are 2 4-star Moon Cancer IDs, unless it's another character.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, is also I don't think it's going to be a costume, but I still definitely think the female's a welfare, because remember, this is all we didn't have a welfare for the summer event, so the female, and they're not going to give a male welfare for the summer event. Like,
why not?
Or just that they're going to have the female. So they should have them have the outfit, and they should have them both have a swimsuit outfit, or at least their gym outfit. Actually, actually that'd be kind of neat if they had a costume for both of them as the current form, and then the gym outfit as a costume. I take both. I take that.
Female definitely seems the reason why I initially agreed with the female one being the SSR is she definitely appears to be the more of the antagonist in the story. I mean, obviously her stance is unclear.
They literally didn't they like flip a coin to decide who would stay with BB and who would go out?
Well, yeah, but like what ended up happening was, she sided with BB.
Well, on a coin flip or something, they're the same.
It's on a coin flip, but like it's beneath them, right? But technically, she's gonna be on the other side. I don't know.
I don't think she's a villain. I think she's literally she's talking about going to eat cake with BB.
I'm not saying she's a villain. I'm not saying she's a villain. I'm just saying like from a story standpoint, like she could be a boss fight and she could have a different thing.
Yeah.
But if she has a boss fight, that means Castor gets fucked, which is funny.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
There you go.
Dude, maybe we'll get since this is getting main interlude, maybe we'll get a repeatable boss fight that you can we can replay.
I mean, as cool as that would be, they didn't really do that with the other main interludes. They did it with 2 of them, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it with the Imaginary Scramble. And so.
Yeah. If there is a good boss fight, though, this is something we'll be able to buy the main interlude for later.
And we can just sit on it.
I mean, I can just quit out. Yeah, we can just quit out. That's what I'm doing with Beast 4L. Yeah. Even though that fight sucks, I should honestly just complete it because that fight fucking sucks. And I need lores.
What, the Urash fight?
No, Beast 4L.
Wait. Oh, the Koyan fight. Sorry.
Yeah, that fight's fucking horrible. But
I should clear it too, because like I haven't finished Tunguska, and I forgot to get I didn't know that Tunguska was ending so fast, and I never completed it on the original run, so I missed out on the Grail.
Oh,
And it doesn't give you a
Damn.
grill in the main interlude if you already did the first time, so I have no reason to clear it.
it gives you a lore.
But I do.
Yeah, but I'm not that thirsty for lores. I got like 20.
I have 3 lores.
Well,
Anyways,
that's a you problem. That's your content creative brain luring every single. Though they do need to start giving us more because with servants requiring 8.
a pen fight,
now,
yeah. A pen
Yeah.
fight, yeah.
They need to start putting them in the Mana Prism shop.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Just one of them each month.
Yeah, just one of them because like they put 1 gold foe each in the Mana Prism shop. They can put 1 lore in the Mana Prism shop. I also need more freaking Dreamfires or whatever whatever they're called in NA. The Bond Grails.
Yeah. I mean, they're just called Dreamfires in Japanese.
The kanji is Dream and Fire. I don't know if it means anything else, but I just recognize the kanji. I'm gonna say what it is. I think it's Visionary Flame, which same
Kind
thing
of
in
makes
the
sense.
end.
Yeah,
But like I need more of those as well. But basically, I need everything except for gems. Everything except for gems. I do want more Bond Grails. And
sorry. I was gonna say I'm actually surprised, but then people explain to me, then I feel like it makes sense. But I'm actually surprised we didn't get any new servants for Banner 2.
Yeah, well, with the whole thing, because like obviously
Yeah.
Kozudrop hasn't played her hand yet, and I think because I feel like Kozudrop has to be one of the summonable characters, right? They've been playing her up since the start of summer.
There's no way that we don't get a new servant for an entire chapter. So it has to be Kozudrop, right? Like I'm no doubt about that. But
Okay, but what class is she going to be? Is she going to be Alter Ego, or is she going to be another Moon Cancer?
I would prefer her be to Moon Cancer what Melusine is to Rulers, than to be an Alter Ego.
But I'm pretty
because she's participating in the competition, right? She's one of the leaders of the area. And those are all
is
Moon
red hair.
Cancers.
Okay, but then who? There's no other characters they can release as an SSR. Like,
Yes.
And I don't think they're going to release Ordeal Call 3 with no SSRs. They could do Violet as a 4-star. They could do her as a 4-star. Just fucking tag along. Like, dude, it's still an Ordeal Call. Like, it's a spur of a moment thing. I think they definitely should at least have like 1 4-star, 1 5-star.
Hold on. The next event is Lost Belt 4 locked, right? And Violet has a spar of her, so
you can. That's just Sakura in general. Like every Sakura is like
every
Hindu.
Sakura's Indian gods. That's why it's Lost Belt 4 locked. Is because it's the continuation of Sakura Fest 2024.
The yellow ribbon isn't a coincidence. I feel like the yellow ribbon is the red herring.
I think that's bait. I think the yellow ribbon was in fact bait. Because if you look at her, you look at her second ascension, she's back to having a pink ribbon.
The ribbon is just really old. It's like all like moth eaten and shit.
Well, it's because she has the gold motif going on, and like, so like I don't know, just ribbon. To go with it.
Like the yellow ribbon isn't a good argument because like okay oh my god
second stage has a pink ribbon.
No, but the second stage isn't BB Dubai though. Second stage is like explicitly a separate character from BB Dubai. So we could get 3 separate characters. So
so what, 3 characters in one thing? That sounds absurd.
Yeah, but like yellow ribbon isn't a good argument because like look, this thing has yellow ribbons, okay, right? Like it's gonna be Arya in 3rd Ascension. Like it doesn't. It means nothing. Like
also, like I'm sorry, but like kits usually make sense for a character. I don't think for the type of character Kozudrop is, the NP and the skills make much sense.
Yeah, I would be a little bit disappointed if Kozudrop wasn't a new character, because like Kozudrop is a character whose setting absolutely allows for crazy skill design. Like she is a character that is based around being like really fucking weak, but she absorbs people and becomes stronger. I think like that is an idea that they haven't really explored in this game at all, like in terms of like playable kits. And I think she should have that. But
yeah, I feel like she could do something very weird. Like I don't know. I've
Yeah, Cosmos RBB. So I don't know. I think okay. I don't care if it's Cosmo drop or not. I just think we need a new SSR. I think we should have a new SSR by part 3.
But I want Cosmo drop because I'm gonna fall back to that silhouette from the very start of the year that looks like a tiny summer BB.
Feels like Cosmo drop.
It makes so much sense, and BB Dubai is not doing a similar pose, and so
just make Violet the 4-star. Why are you guys so like? It's gonna be Violet as a 4-star, Cosmo drop as the 5-star. That's so. I just assumed it at this point because it's so clear. Like they wanted to finish the whole Sakura face thing like right now. You know.
What if they want to save Violet for something else? She hasn't shown up in the story, has she?
Yeah, they're saving her for part 3.
Yeah, she's gonna be in part 3.
Yeah, trust me.
That's how this is gonna go.
Yeah, trust me.
I mean, they could save her for Halloween or something, but I don't fucking know, man. Like,
I mean, she could be in that, as I said, Lost Belt 4 locked event because every Sakura for some reason has an Indian god shoved inside of her.
But like, come on, really? You're gonna make all of them SSR? Like they said that like it's so expensive. The game's already so.
Yeah, they love the Sakura.
And not just put her as a 4-star, like. I don't know.
Cosrop is not going to be part of BB Device 3. That's the most cope.
But here's the question, though. But what would it be, though?
Look, I already
going to be some sort of like.
I already called
fusion.
it, guys. I already predicted it. It's going to be a merged version where they have to fight like Space Irish or some
You're
larger
probably
threat.
right. Because that's literally what happened with Space Aresh. Like, our Aresh Kigal soul merged with Anki Aresh. So that could literally just happen with BB. Like, oh, BB Dubai merged with BB. Oh, wow. And we get the super powered, like, whatever, fucking...
Super
make her a beast.
No. See, if they ever allow anything to change class in Ascensions, and then somehow they didn't do it for Durga, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, Durga is in a really good spot right now, but it has nothing to do with Durga. The only reason she's in a good spot right now is because she has a rainbow buff, and she is a living human. And arts. That's it. That's the only reason she's in a good spot right now. She has really good support.
Really help
her.
She
has a lot of good teammates.
I do hope that BB Dubai's 3rd Ascension starts in support.
Oh yeah, that would actually make her a lot more flexible. Cause like and if you can make her support like the base form MP, like you said, like it starts like that would literally eliminate my biggest problem with this character as a support. Because when I was making the review, one of the things I kept bringing up is if you want to use her as a support, you can't really use her like Tamamo or like Proto Merlin. You can't use her in place of that because you don't always have access to her 3rd Ascension MP, her supportive MP. But if she does, then that problem gets thrown out the window. She literally becomes infinitely a better character. Like if she can stay in support MP. She is a very good character. She's like I would jump her up like a full tier. Yeah, like it's just But yeah, there you go.
Have her start in wait, hold on. Yeah, have her 3rd start in support MP and actually have her 3rd Ascension just be much more closer and reminiscent to the original just Sakura healthcare AI from Fate Extra.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But yeah, we already saw that in OG BB's MP, but I guess we're gonna have that.
So just Sakura in a nurse costume?
No, not in a nurse costume, but like, have either of you played Fate Extra or CCC?
I read actually the entire thing on YouTube.
I actually played a little bit at the beginning, but I didn't get very far on it.
I'm talking like this type of outfit.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I remember. Yeah, it's like a school nurse
in the school outfit with a white coat over her.
That's kind of not enough bang as a 3rd Ascension though.
Look,
that's kind of like a 2nd Ascension.
Well, they can
That's
do
kinda
extra
like
stuff with. Don't worry about it. It's
yeah. Yeah. That's
I
fair.
like. I would like something like
Yeah,
that.
but that's not. Yeah, I guess.
Because see, that's a nostalgic way. You don't understand. That plays off nostalgia.
Yeah.
That plays off the fans of Extra.
Yeah, but like, They're gonna say BB Dubai is closer to Extra BB than like our actual BB again. Like they've been trying to do this shit with Draco, with BB Dubai. The next one is Tamamo. Trust. They're going to make. I don't even know what fucking Tamamo they can pull out of their ass. Like what fucking like who? Arya is definitely not close to OG Tamamo.
Well, Tomovich.
She's not gonna get a buff. Okay, it's
the
over.
actual Tomovich.
No, like the actual one, not the not Korean.
yeah. Wouldn't that idea be cool if they did it this summer? But they didn't. Yeah, there you go.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, yeah. If they did it this summer, it would have also been perfect for this chapter.
Oh, the other, the actual Tomovich.
Yeah. Oh, but let's go ahead and not do it. You know. Do you know who they could have cut from the roster? Actually, no, they can't even cut CL. they couldn't even cut CL because they wanted Arcwade.
They could have cut Arcwade.
Well, I mean, they're not gonna cut Arcwade.
They should cut Arcwade.
They're not like Arcwade. I'm telling you that one of the biggest reasons Nasu even did the chapter is to shove Arcwade somewhere. I'm betting.
I was like, finally, I'll add her into the story. That will
finally,
legitimize her.
Yeah. We got no Summer SSR. One was a reprint. The other is a completely new character. I mean, can you really call her a reprint? Because it's like we already have Summer BB. I guess.
Are they saying Space Aresh is a new character? It's Aresh. You got your Summer
Aresh. He's saying CL. Oh yeah, true. Summer Aresh did. Like if you swap the place of CL and Summer Aresh, right? Like that makes more sense. Summer Scotty 7, Summer Kissar 8, Summer 9, CL. Yeah, not Koya and Skya, guys. She's.
Look, I think people just need to recognize that FGO's been running for a long time, and just making, summer events are big, but just making alternates of, of existing characters, it may not be allow for as interesting a things as throwing, say, CL in, or even doing another summer BB. Even if that seems strange.
I don't necessarily agree with Summer BB. I think they should have just done Kazuo Drop.
I think like
straight up.
It was obviously going to happen that we were going to get duplicates once we got 2 summer Maves. Because
we'll get another Koyan from this. No, we're not getting another Koyan. Koyan is clearly a throwaway character in this chapter, and also as a teaser to Kazuo Drop. Because once again, Kazuo Drop has to be a playable character. I hope she's not BB Dubai, because once again, I think her kit really could have been. Her kit really could be the most interesting out of everyone, despite all the crazy stuff we've gotten. But they keep bringing up the fact that Koya Skya was here for Murian. So I think Kazuo Drop's gonna definitely be her own character. She's gonna have a Murian ascension as well.
Yeah, because like in the materials it mentions, just consider a Murian a preview of one of her ascension. Like it's gonna Kazuo Drop when she comes out, she's gonna have a Murian ascension. And now people are like, oh, but look, she has all these like little summer outfits, in the story. And I'm like, yeah, those are just like, look, Wada Arco clearly just decided to draw a million things. She did all the CGs already, so she was like, might as well. Those are probably just different designs.
Dude, it happens before. It happened before. We got Koya and Skya. Like, how many costumes does she have? The only actual playable costume was the one where she took off her fucking coat. Like,
here's the thing: Wada Arco clearly just likes drawing characters, and so she'll just draw a million variations. And she probably turned them all in. They're like, all right, we can just use these. We'll just have her change outfits 3 times in the story.
And also, Koya and Skya in the story specifically said she did it for her friend. And then people are saying she wasn't summoned by BB Dubai. She was summoned by one of the Moon Cancer. Like they keep saying it's Murian.
And who's the only Moon Cancer that has a connection? Or who's the only one there that would have a connection to her? And that's Kazuo, because of Murian.
Yeah, they
So-
keep saying Miriam. So unless Koyanskaya hit herself on the head too hard, and she's like, okay, so they kind of look like little Sakura, so they're like the same person anyway, so I don't care. Miriam is in her. Like Miriam has, like she has Miriam's memories, maybe. So I think
I don't know about
because
memories,
of that,
but
I think she
like,
needs
some interference from I don't know.
Yeah. Because another theme about this this Lost Belt, this Ordeal Call story is there are like the timeline, the two timeline versions of things that's fusing together. It's like Kiara and Seraph, right? Like there's the normal therapist Kiara who has a 9-to-5 job, and then she just got fucking absorbed by CCC Kiara. So. Like this is happening again. This happened with Areshta, it's confirmed. This might happen to BB. So this could also happen with Miriam and Kazo Drop, where she's fusing with her Lost Belt version. Or maybe the Lost Belt Miriam is what makes her go. What? Actually, I don't know. Would like Kazo Drop fusing with Miriam make her a worse person or a better person?
I don't think Miriam Miriam wasn't actually evil in Lost Belt 6. She was literally like just kind
She committed
of
genocide.
It was kind of justifiable when you think about it. Also
Yes,
kind of egged on by Oberon.
Well, yeah, genocide in response to genocide. Look,
Yeah, they genocided first, and
They
even then,
gen-
after it happened,
Oh,
it was
no.
so traumatic for her that she lost her mind and
They
blacked out
genocided
that
her.
it even happened.
It's-
So she
She's like,
pretended
"Oh,
it didn't even
it-
happen.
we gotta kill all the fur. Yeah, that's but
So, because like after she did it, she was like, she wipes her memory of it and pretends like it didn't even happen because it was traumatic. So I don't. That's why I'm like, I don't necessarily think that they're gonna play Cosdrop as particularly evil because they didn't play Miriam as actually evil.
I mean, it's
sneaky
Cosdrop
and like tricking people and doing weird stuff. But
like we
not
still don't
evil.
know what her purpose is in Foxtail. No, like is she actually evil in Foxtail or does she just fucking hate BB? Like I feel like
I mean,
the only consistent thing is she just hates BB. She's like, fuck you, BB. I hate
That
you.
is kind of thing. Because
Really.
in this, she does mention she really hates BB.
That's the only consistent part about her character is she really fucking hates BB. So hey, who knows? Maybe she's not even a bad person because BB is not a good person, right? Like BB is not necessarily a good person. Let's be real here, right? So like they're both like morally
BB's
great.
not evil, but BB does do some messed up things. I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're morally great. But there you go.
Okay, so we know BB do buy. But
Yes.
Do we know BB do sell?
That's like 20 layers. I didn't even get the joke.
No, because he's saying like buy, like purchase, and now he's like selling stuff. He's
Wait, you thought it was deeper than that?
we have to break his legs.
Okay, so I'm so upset. Have a photo of of Miriam dying there. I'm upset.
Thank you.
Have
This
a-
is
have
just
a
what I
pho- have
needed
a
to brighten my
photo
day.
of Miriam dying. There you go.
Just waving goodbye.
Hold on.
What are you gonna do now?
How'd she get blood in her face? She
I
got
need a second.
hit in the chest.
She's spitting blood. Oh wait, I don't know. Ask Oberon.
How did she
Oberon-
How does she spit blood onto the top of her head and have none of it coming out of her mouth?
Oberon did it. All right.
Look,
Yeah,
Oberon.
he ran over there and he was like, he brought some fried chicken over and he accidentally spilled a bunch of ketchup on her, and then she fell on a knife.
Bruh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, where is it? Where's the dead mirror? Hold on. Okay, here it is. Why is
Just
it
what we
in-
needed.
JPEG.
Hey, Peg.
But anyways, you guys continue. Oh, I don't know what's the topic now.
Hold on. I'm sitting here and look. I should buy this. It's a muffler towel thing. I don't know. It's $50.
Oh, it's Melusine. Oh, let me show you.
Yeah,
what it is.
it's part of his tour de Avalon.
It's-
Choco's brand is very much Melusine focused, I guess.
Yeah.
Muffler towel.
Yeah, just
You
don't-
work out?
Just don't send any pictures like you did last time, alright?
I'm gonna buy a hat. You wanna buy a Melusine hat?
What is this? Oh, it's not even like her hat. It's just a hat with her on it.
No, it's a Melusine hat. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Melusine hat. Like almost as bad as a MAGA hat.
What? Dude,
So sorry.
If I was the type of person to wear like masks, I would also definitely buy the Melusine mask.
Oh. I mean, I think the mask is cooler because it's more like a cosplay. I know it's weird for like you to cosplay her, but like it feels like
the one. This is the one in which they do sell, which is the one that Summerverse wears.
No, dude, like this one. Just imagine a person buying it and they put it over their eyes and they just can't see anything.
Like, haha, that's the
This
joke,
is how
I
I'm
think.
supposed to wear it.
I'm so smart.
I'm pretty sure Choco drew that, like that happening of
Melusine because she can't
Melusine
see.
putting over her eyes, or someone did. I've seen a picture of Melusine of like putting it over her eyes.
I mean, there's a lot of cosplayers that goes to his booth. Maybe he was inspired by it.
Like,
Also,
yeah, I mean,
also finally, it took me a while, but this is why they're best friends forever.
Yeah. And they're both such big fans of ketchup.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
they just
Goran's
love
even
ketchup.
more of a
They
fan.
they're so cute together. Holy
Yeah, like,
shit.
She's such a big fan that she like keeps ketchup packets in her costume, and she fell over and they just splattered everywhere.
Tripped
Yeah.
and fell over. They got everywhere. It's
that's
like,
why
oh no.
That's why she looks so dead inside. Like, imagine having to wash that out of leather.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Also, yeah,
they-
dude, like her hair is like almost completely fine. Like,
There you go. You gotta keep the hair clean. It's
yeah,
the priorities.
there's none of it on the hair, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an important thing.
They sprayed their hair with the little like nano something coating so it doesn't get wet. Remember that was a trend that what I don't know what it's called. Like they spray it on their shoes so they like it doesn't get wet. The nano coating. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, now I'm looking. That reminded me. Now I'm looking for an image. It's not a particularly great image, and I don't know if Otto will appreciate it when I find it. But
So
wanna-
why are
I
you
wanna find it.
looking for it?
well, because it's topical. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
like,
it be funny if like Murian can kind of be a Koyan support? I don't think they'll do it, but maybe.
I mean, like a week
I don't
or
think
so
he's gonna,
back,
but-
you found something that was topical, and it was also it was
What?
it was
What?
it was not good.
What?
I had to-
Choco's Twitter?
No, do you not
Oh.
remember there was the pop-up book?
Yeah,
Choco's
Choco's
pop-up
Twitter.
book.
Yeah, the
Choco-
pop-up
yeah.
book that had porn.
Yeah, the pop-up
Look,
book that
it's
had
accidental porn. Like sometimes.
Yeah, they
Sometimes you just-
accidentally drew it.
Sometimes you're just going through Choco's stuff and he accidentally posts porn. Like, you know, it's one of those things. You just it just.
Oh my god,
happens.
I'm so sorry. I meant to draw this man carrying this girl.
Oh, I found it. I found.
You don't
I found the
understand.
image.
Choco.
I found this
Choco.
image. See,
What
it's a Photoshop.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
hat trend. Yeah, the hat trend with
Oh.
with
I was like, why
Castoria.
why does she need the hat? I was like, oh, that's fine.
Chat doesn't.
Hat.
All you do is in Photoshop is you tell it to shift the color red to white, and it does this. And then you put a hat on it, and now it looks really funny.
Yeah. Good thing nobody did it to Miriam.
Look, no one can show it. Look, it's just milk. She had milk in her hat, and you can show it.
Yeah. Good thing it was on Koyan Sky and not Miriam. Thank fuck.
Man, this is Feel weird for this.
Eh,
I hated
anyways.
that trend, bro. Like,
I
why?
made this image in Photoshop after a discussion with Vito. he
Yeah, I
messaged me
think-
like, he's like,
think I
couldn't you do
remember.
that? Couldn't you color shift or something? I'm like, I bet you can. And I went and I did it. And the great things happen.
The funny thing is that's what the Mortal Kombat allows you to do. So you can post gameplay on YouTube. You can change the color of the blood to anything, and like people change it to white. So yeah, that's horrible.
That makes it funny.
This-
Yeah, but
Man, I am not a fighting games person. I would not know about this.
I'm pretty sure it's
I'm
like
learning
official. It's not
something.
even a mod, but yeah.
Nice. So speaking of
this is
Koi and
auto.
Skya,
This hold on. This is auto though.
Stop saying that. I didn't need to know
Okay.
that. I didn't want to. What was the context of this again?
No,
I
no, no.
forgot.
Please stop saying that. Just shut up. I didn't need to know that. I didn't want to know that.
What's the is this the
You know what?
Seraph manga
That
or
is
is it
from
like
the Seraph manga, yeah. It's from
You
the
You know what?
Seraph manga.
I feel like that says something about our friendship that you're comparing me to one of your favorite characters.
Well, I mean,
Aw.
no, it's not what
Aw.
that. Don't look too deep into
Aw.
that is
See,
so
I'm
gay.
making it awkward. Now you either have to
reaching.
deny it or awkwardly accept it.
this. No, all I have to do is post even weirder pictures.
He's reaching in the Pride Month, bro. All right.
What?
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
is this by any chance an out of date June joke? No, that's not. I forgot the
No.
quote. The April Fool's joke.
Yeah, out of season April Fool's
when
joke. Yes, yes.
when
This is,
the bald guy got upset about the mobile game and it wasn't Tectone.
damn, bro. But yeah, what the fuck was the topic supposed to be again?
Yeah, we're supposed to fix your relationship with the character that we've been talking about for the past.
Okay,
5 minutes.
Broken?
I don't get that. Why?
Yeah,
Okay, what's your
What the fuck else am I supposed? Like, come on, man.
Do,
Like,
do you want me to explain why I think she's not that good?
go right ahead. We have so much
Okay.
time for you to explain it.
Okay, so like she doesn't have a real role right now in the game. Like just nothing that she does like
And
really good. She's
voila, he has now run into the exact thing that I've been saying for years. AoE foreigners don't have a role.
But like she could have if she got an MP upgrade. I don't know. Like they okay. Because people keep saying it's annoying, so that's why I made the video. I made the video just saying like, oh, I'm not gonna ask for a buff for her anymore, because I think with this many opportunities and they still didn't buff her, that means that they're never gonna buff her, right? And I'm just raising like what problems I have with her in her current state. That's it. Like I have to keep on reiterating that I'm not saying it's justified, but there's still people being upset. And then the fucking example they bring up is no, Artoria Saber needed a buff more than she does. Like, dude, shut up. Like, yeah, the
I
fucking
don't think Artoria Saber needs a buff.
yeah, the fucking character already got 3 buffs
I
with an MP upgrade, a Dragon's Core. Like, it made her one of the best
I mean-
buff loopers for a while. Like, I
I
don't
mean,
I don't know why.
two of those upgrades weren't really that great. I mean, like, I guess 30% battery was
Really?
great a lot later. But
Like, yeah, like so.
but the
so
the NP upgrade added nothing to it other than damage.
yeah, so like okay, just look at her as a character. If I host a poll right now and ask people, do you use Coin Dark more or Artoria Saber? It's gonna be fucking Artoria Saber. Like at the very least, she
I mean,
fits
for me, it's
okay in
gonna
the Buster.
be Koi and Skya.
Yeah, and you don't use characters that other people use, other than
What?
Ibuki, which is really funny. But like,
I mean, like, I guess that also makes sense because like they have good synergy. But
that's kind
But
of okay. The other thing is yes, Koyan Dark is good for multi-core in 90 plus. So she's like she's the kind of character that only App Media would like in terms of like her generic use, right? Like she's the kind of character that App Media likes a lot because she has a party Y30 chart, so you can do no plug triple MP really easily, right? But that's it. Like she's not good at farming 90++. The one fucking 90++ that had a foreigner on it that really benefits multi-core, Kukulkan did it better than her. So I don't understand. Right, like it's just I don't understand. You use her outside of 90+. In 90++ is yours 120. Like I don't. Like I just feel like this like I don't think this character is horrible. I just think the character is like kind of whatever. He's just like, and I'm not saying a character being kind of whatever means they deserve a buff, because there are shit characters, like kind of shit characters, not really like unusable, but like kind of shit character in the game. But I think she's just. I don't know. Like I already explained in the video. Like it as a main DPS, her old like advantages are Van Gogh and Domon, and then Van Gogh is like really awkward in TAs already. And like if you want a huge crit buffer, you have a generic choice with Merlin now. So like it's just. She doesn't really have any like high, like her only advantage in min turns is Dolman and Invul Pierce, which is I guess not bad, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't think Van Gogh's that awkward in her
in TAs.
In TAs, I don't think
it
it's
is. Awkward. I tried to use her against Jinako, and like it was a coin flip. Whether she gets stunned on the turn 1 or not. Like it's horrible.
Oh yeah, for the stun. Okay, now that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
okay.
horrible.
Okay. Look. I think you're focusing a bit too hard on TA now.
Yeah, that's the point of my video. I said it wasn't a justified. That wasn't a justified complaint for her to get a buff, but I want her to get a buff because I do TA so much, and yeah, that's why, right? So like, I'm actually a bit upset that people refuse to watch the video. Oh, okay, you can just not watch the video, but like, why are you complaining about like, oh, but you're so TA centric? With the video. Well, I literally said it in the first fucking 2 minutes. I said it's not justified, but that's why I keep asking for it. I'm not completely playing it out as a joke. I do want her to have a buff, and there is a legitimate reason why I would want her to get a buff, because I do TAs and she has these problems, right? Like, I don't see why like the video is a problem. But yeah. Keep going.
Well, so I don't know at what point to argue at now, because like at this point, like I don't know, the other day you seemed like you were just really upset at like the ranking of like
just
EX.
Me and JP. Okay, yes, that too. I think I kind of can understand your point because she's like, being compared to a pile of shit, right? So like she's kind of like in the. Well, no, like most of the other servants in
yeah, she was getting ranked against all of the.
But like we still
alter
have
egos, foreigners, and
pretenders. There's still Dolman. There's still like fucking Tiamat. I think Tiamat's probably better than her.
Yeah, and Dolman should have been moved higher than her.
Yeah, I was the one vouching for Dolman to be higher because I keep using him in QP and I don't see a reason why, like, whatever. And then he's also good support, whatever. Plushie, Koyan Dark or BB Dubai, both banners are up. What are you missing? And then also, like, what do you have that, because each of them actually support a specific trait, so depends on who you have more, and also what do you need.
I mean, what trait does Koyan specifically?
Animal.
I don't know if animal characteristic is that common. Wait, is animal? What's more common, animal characteristic or living human?
I think living human is a little bit more common.
Living,
but there's
common. So we shouldn't compare that. We should compare Buster animal characteristic and Art's living human. And
yeah, that's a better point of comparison.
And I think it's close. I think there's probably still more Art's living human. Just watch Koyan Dark gonna be OP with Hakuno. No. Here's the thing, and also that Cuckoo will get a buff before Koyan Dark. I think it's gonna happen.
Actually,
I genuinely believe that's gonna happen.
Actually, I lied. There's more animal characteristics servants than there are living human characters, and it is worth noting.
Moon Cancer too, I guess.
Well,
It's living human or Mooncat.
yeah,
And
okay,
Mooncat.
that adds like 5 servants.
Yeah.
So there's 13 Buster animal characteristic servants.
Okay,
So-
I have the arts living human because I just made the
Now-
video.
The Buster thing is the Buster animal characteristics include such things as Melusine and Bargus and Ivan and
Ibuki
Yeah.
and Tiamat.
Ibuki and both Koyans herself and Tiamat. Like so there were some heavy
Asterios.
hitters there.
I mean, we have the art, dude. The arts one isn't a joke either. Hold on, I just made the video. This is very low quality for some fucking reason, but
Okay.
we got some good we got some good ones here. I just sent it. I already compiled it.
Wait, does Alco stay living human in Super
Yes.
Alco?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
No,
Yeah.
she stops living when she grows up.
Well, no,
I
no,
think no. She just has true magic. Right. She's still so like
Yeah.
these are
She's magic.
good. These are good. Like we got Tez, we got Durga, we got
wait,
Dubai
that's also
herself.
13, so it's the same number.
Oh my god. Well, there you go. Who do you have more? Seems that you're able to do more 120 than I have been able to do with my 120 Kiara. You're right. But if you're talking about TAs, that's because Buster is better. She's in a
Also,
better
Kira
card type.
sucks.
She's in a better card type. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, it's just. But Buster in specifically like these Super Recollection quests. The problem is like these Super Recollection quests with like single targets that are supposed to be done by single targets. Like it's the easiest to do with Buster because you get like so much damage to your cards, right? Like it's the easiest to do these with Buster, and you have so many like crit people, especially with post buff Merlin. Like, you can
Damn,
just
that
brute force
sounds
them.
like a good argument for Korean Dark.
No, it's a good argument for Buster as a card type.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I thought the question was between BB Dubai
Kiara.
and Korean Dark.
Oh, BB Dubai. No, but like nobody does TAs.
But that
No, my argument in the video is a separate one from this one. Okay.
see, that's
okay.
part of the thing. Like the reasons you give for her not being EX, I feel are too weak. Okay.
Well, Otto, I think you're focusing on only one of Plush's
Okay,
arguments.
here's the other thing, right? Okay. Let's just focus on why I don't think she's EX.
Wait.
Right? So let's just focus
Okay,
on
let's-
why I don't think she's EX.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
we pull up the
Hold on. Quickly itemize. Like, what are the main reasons why you don't believe that? So I know the TA one.
Okay. Low MP damage. Can't
Okay.
bust a loop. I mean, that's the common one.
I mean,
It's
she
a
can bust her loop, but
Loser.
it's
Well,
just not-
yeah,
she's not great at it.
Sucks. And I mean, that's it.
I mean, okay. I don't think her. Look, I don't think
Like,
her
she-
NP damage
okay.
is as bad as you act. Okay.
Okay,
Like-
and her kit also doesn't really do much for herself. It's 30% buster up,
Well, she.
30% attack up, 30% defense up, overcharge 2, and then like Immo Pierce 50%.
We
That
keep
sounds like
having
a
this
lot.
conversation. She also has Invuln Pierce. She has ramping NP damage as a result of the Buster Resist down. She has offensive buff removal. She has really good card damage because basically all of her buffs apply to her cards. Like I think you're ranking her
Yeah,
really
okay.
low because
look,
you expect
I-
really high performance when you have
Look,
really high investment. But she still
I
has
made-
high performance.
I made a video on Korean Dark saying all the goods about her, so I know all of that. But like,
I mean, it's a 30-minute
Oh.
video, okay? Like, it's hard,
dude,
it's hard to
but,
remember
like,
everything from it.
But like, if you compare, like, if you think of a character being EX, they have to be the best at something. She's not the best at anything.
Do they have to be the best at something to be EX, or do they just have to be like generally like really good?
Okay, who else is an EX in that list? I don't even remember, dude.
I don't know.
You know what? That's a good question. Echo.
Also, I had no
I'm just
part
gonna
of that
search
tier list,
extra
so-
tier list because I
which,
know
by
that's
the
gonna
way,
be the first thing that comes up.
I found
Yep.
another image I made. I made this post and I posted it somewhere. It was not on YouTube. It was not in my name.
She's not the best
But I
support.
posted
She's
this
not.
back in 2021 of my quick one-word opinions, or like 1 second opinions on servants in 2021. And once again, I'm reminded that I used to call Santa Martha trash all the time,
Yeah,
and Summer
thank
say
you.
trash.
Oh my god, you're so
Wow.
good. And you called Anastasia hot. That's pretty funny. Oh, it's because she says it's hot.
Because she says it's hot, yeah.
Okay.
Also-
so this is the tier list. So
She's not okay. You can't compare her to Dolman, by the way. Anyways, so here's the tier list. Who's in EX?
So we have of the 5 stars, we have Domon, we have Bazet, we have Tiamat, we have Korean Dark, Cuckoo, and then Proto Merlin.
I think Koyan Dark is easily the weakest out of all of them.
I think Tiamat could also be moved down. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think.
No.
I think. No, I do. I
No.
think Tiamat is overrated in what
Yes,
she can do.
yes, because her buster looping damage is disgusting. Yes, that's the one thing that gets overrated all the time. But at the same time, is it really? Is it really though? Like I tried to there are so many things where like 90++ comes out, you slap a black girl, I can brute force it with Tiamat because I don't care. Right? Like there are so
Yeah, but
there's
you
so
can
many.
slap a Blood Grail on a lot of characters and brute
No, not Koyan Dark. What do you mean? Like buster looping
Okay,
brute
we're
forcing
not-
with black
we're
girl is
not
like
talking about Koyan
There's
Dark.
like five. There's like 5 people that can brute force with like black grail plus buster. Like I could
I don't-
brute force
I don't
the
think
fucking
I don't
the
think that's
fucking
a
Helena node. I brute force a Helena node with fucking Tiamat.
I don't think that's a testament to her sucking as it is just like the fact that we have a
No,
shit ton
no,
of
it's
servants
not.
that do
It's-
similar
it's-
things.
It's not. I'm just saying, like, when do you even use this character, right? Like every other character,
What?
I can tell you a definitive time you use it. Domon, you can use him
Crusher.
to buff like chaotic evil buffer or insta kill farmer. Bazet, literally the highest DPS like single target character in the game, or like cut shit down by a turn, even though most people don't care. Tiamat, one of the strongest buster loopers if you don't have to face against knights, which is like, yeah, it's a problem, but like when she's not against knights, this is one of the strongest buster loopers in the game. Khan literally does fucking 20 things with her eyes closed, right? And then Proto Merlin and Koyan Dark, I think actually might be the weaker ones, the 2 weaker ones, which is funny to say. But Proto Merlin is like the best quote unquote secondary, even though I think Tamamo, if you play your cards right, Tamamo can give your team better value, but like Proto Merlin is just like all of these other characters, you just slap onto your team without a second thought. I think Koyan Dark is not that level character. You don't slap her onto a team without second thought. Unless you're farming some random ass free quest in Lost Spell 4, then who cares? Right? So like
Oh, actually, correction to someone in chat. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about Summer Abbey's buff. Yeah, this is pre
Well, here-
Abbey's buff, right?
Here's the thing: is I don't think Koyan is on the same level
Okay.
as Wangina and Voyager, though.
Okay, before
Like-
we move on to other servants, I wanna give an answer to
Voyager
that.
hold up is good. Like
Look,
Wangina is
look,
good, but
wait,
like
wait, no. Like you just went down a long line of servants
No,
and said they had
I-
things, and then said that she doesn't. I got it. Before we
Okay,
move on,
Okay.
here's the thing that Korean Dark does that
Okay.
I can't really think of anyone else other than, I guess, Tez. She can do AoE 30 charge immediately. And she can also clear a wave. And she also like has usable buffs that aren't just like attack for guts servants. Okay? Like how many servants are AoE 30% charge, they clear a wave, and they also give good buffs for the rest of the team. And like overcharge
often
and
the
do
stuff.
Buster archetype.
Okay. So how does she MP?
You give her 50% charge otherwise. Like you can
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you can accomplish that by using someone like, for example, Korean Light.
Oh,
If you're-
Koyan likes
if you're
horrible in
in-
multi-core. What do you mean?
Hold on.
No.
If it's a event
Here's-
with a 50 starting charge C,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
telling
that.
value is much higher.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
telling you,
that.
30 spread charge is infinitely better in arts because you have
Oh,
Castoria.
oh,
like
oh,
in
yeah.
Buster, I guess Merlin.
And white, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, okay. I was about to say, like, oh yeah, that didn't impact Merlin then, right?
Merlin, you don't use him in farming. Like, unless you're
I
using
mean,
fucking
you
steel.
can. It's like AoE 30
You-
charge, and he has a pretty substantial amount of
You
damage.
usually don't. You don't have that much
You-
charge. Like,
you
if
can-
you're using Merlin, you're using someone who has like so
You can-
much charge.
You can also use him like we talked about it when fifth penned, like when it came out. I was talking about him being sort of like a triple Scotty type buster thing, where you could use him instead of Oberon, and you can get better free-turn damage instead of better wave 3.
But that isn't that on like.
It's
okay.
It's anyone that has a 50% battery that doesn't have terrible cooldowns. But like, again, I don't think that is as unreasonable, because if you're putting one Koyan Light onto her, it's also possible you're going to give, like, you're going to be able to cast that skill twice, because like if you decide to go with Atlas or another Koyan Light, then you can give another 30% charge to the third servant, and then you're doubling up on the buster as well.
Okay, yes. So triple Fox got better, I guess. But like,
yeah, but I'm not just only talking about triple Fox, because like you can also insert
double casting skill.
You can also insert another wave clear servant in there.
Like Ibuki, I guess. It's just
yeah, like someone like Ibuki, like they're like, if you have a 50%, actually I guess like if you even have like a 20% battery, that works. So yeah,
I don't know.
Someone like Sabrina.
Yes. By the way, like she should have been Bunny, so Talala can have something with her. I think Talala's quick.
Should have.
But anyways,
that
like
that would have been cool.
Look, sorry, none of that sounded EX to me. Like compared to every other of these characters, like I don't have to like fucking say 5 sentences trying to justify her when she only and like when like also like pick out the 7 characters she works well with, right? I'm not saying she's bad.
Part of the thing about that is the fact that you have 5 sentences to say about her. Whereas some of these servants is like, okay, 2 sentences, bam, that's it. The fact that you have so many different things that she is able to do, I think that is pretty valuable. Because, like, I feel like you're looking at each individual case and only judging it in a vacuum, where there are a lot of scenarios where these cross over and you actually have multiple really valuable things pop up.
My question to you is, what is your excuse for where she's as good as the rest of them? Because Plushy's given his piece as to why he's saying they're not.
I mean, no, I get what Otto's saying. Otto's saying, even though she doesn't do anything as good as their one shtick, it's like she does a lot of things.
Minor things.
So
I wouldn't say they're all minor things though. Like AoE 30% charge. Again, we're also kind of looking at this through I think the term is veneer of farming. And like 30% charge isn't just amazing in farming, it's also amazing in like everything. Everyone likes charge, except for like the select few servants that don't have NPs worth a damn. But
I agree.
Like 30% for everyone, and then you can also throw out that overcharge buff on them, and then she also has the offensive buff removal, which I think gets glossed over way too much. I think that is a very valuable thing.
Okay, so here's what I raised, right? Like, why isn't Voyager EX?
I just don't think Voyager does anything. Like, he has his trait thing is like.
Okay, so Voyager.
His trait thing is also living human, but it only activates on his NP.
I mean,
which I think is
Voyager upgraded MP, 50 MP battery. He has targetable. I'm not saying targetable quick's very good. His MP charges the party by 20. I'm not even calling living humans. Like
I think he is pretty good, but like part of the thing I really like about Korean is the fact that it's immediate 30% battery. You don't have to have someone else MP. Like Tonalika's really good, but like
with Voyager,
the one issue
has
she
50
has
MP
is like you can't immediately use her third skill.
Well, that's just a trade-off.
no,
do you want to use her MP immediately, or do you want to? Because like Voyager can pop up easier.
Tonaligo's a bad example there because even though Tonaligo doesn't give battery right away, she does a bunch of other party buffs.
Yes,
and
yeah, that's
also
why I
gives the
said
best
she's really
charge
good.
skill in the
Okay,
game.
I prefaced that by
no,
saying
no,
she's really good.
No,
But like, her third
he-
skill
what he
is so
means is it's a
ridiculous
niche.
that they're balancing it by making it so you can't immediately use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like one of the
yeah.
most broken skills of the
I
game.
I just don't see her, like, especially recently, like, what was the last like 90++ she was useful at?
There we go. Like, we're going back to farming again.
Yeah, yes,
Look,
yes,
Look,
yes.
Plushie, how many servants are going to be so universally applicable for 90++? Like, this isn't a metric we should be judging servants by unless it's the norm.
EX is also not a
really
metric we should
is-
be judging servants by. You know what I mean? Like, EX is above and beyond extraordinary.
Yes, exactly. And
EX.
if you can't jump over a 10-foot bar, that doesn't mean you're bad at jumping, okay?
No,
No,
but it means
does
you're not
mean that you're not gonna
extraordinary
get
at jumping.
all-
Yeah, but
that
like,
means you're-
how many
here's the
people
thing,
can jump
EX,
over the 10-foot
Here's the thing.
bar?
Not
Like,
being
most
able to
people
All of the
gotta-
other people in the X.
Most
Everyone
people,
else in the
most
X.
people, most of them still need ladders to get up there. All right, like it's
Everyone else in the okay. Like
Here's the
look
thing.
at
Most of the people, if you can't jump over the bar, you're not going to get the women. That's what fate has taught me. You got to be able to jump
I
over
had a
bar,
feeling it was gonna
and
go
someone's
that
gotta be
direction.
watching you from the background or the side thing,
Okay,
or the school,
okay,
or beyond the
okay.
gate, and that's how you get women. Anyway, I wanted to make that joke, but you guys kept yelling.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason why I brought up this ranking is because people are like, you shouldn't be able to explain why you think she needs a buff because you put her in EX. So you should just shut the fuck up. That's why I was upset about it. I did tell you about it in JP chat as well. I did say why I was upset about it, right? But I think she just, like, where? Like, who in chat, who used her recently? For, like, anything other than fucking free quests.
Hi, am I in chat?
Okay, yeah,
Technically.
sure, you, one. What did you use her for? What did you use her for? I'm actually curious.
Well, I've used her for like advanced quests before, because like my alt is kind of limited with stuff. Like I guess over time it's not been as much of a problem because I've been developing the account more, but I still find her pretty valuable, like for aforementioned reasons.
Okay, I understand that a master of none and a jack of all trades is good for the game, for budget players, for people who don't have all the things in the world. I understand. I'm whale brain right now because obviously a lot of these characters, they need very specific units to be optimal, right? Like Tiamat needs at least Merlin, not Merlin, Oberon, Koyan Light, and let's be real, Black Grail.
I would
Right?
argue that a singular copy of Koyan is more useful than a singular copy of Tiamat.
Yeah, and this tier list is kind of predicated
And remember,
on
this was based on
MP1.
MP1.
Yeah, and
if
like
you're talking,
that's
if you're
part
talking
of
max 120, things could be different. That's why this tier list. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
that-
like,
yeah, that's part of the thing about the 90+ plus thing. Like, how many of these servants are going to be slaying 90++ at
a
NP1?
lot of these aren't like Doman
No,
is
but-
only used
okay,
in 90++
okay.
minions
So,
to
like, I don't
death,
think
is the
it's
thing.
fair to like even bring 90++
Okay,
up
no,
if they're not
okay.
applicable at all.
Okay, true. Fine, 90++ is not applicable in this list. But my personal experience is at 120 full investment. She's not killing shit in 90++. Okay?
Okay.
Like,
Okay, so
like,
like that's not
I mean, is
relevant then, is it?
Is that single core or multi-core?
single core. What do you mean?
Why are you using her
Well,
in
why are you
single
doing
core? That's not her
90++
best
single core?
application.
You're on.
Okay.
You're doing drugs.
Okay, so I just feel like, okay, let's put it in a should you roll, like, right? Like that's the ultimate.
Look,
That's
the-
the ultimate
the-
way. That's the ultimate purpose of a
See,
tier list, right?
the problem with that is you can infinitely make reasons for almost every servant to not be rolled,
Yeah,
except
okay,
for
Here's the thing.
supports.
If
And then
you
only a
ask
couple supports.
from the DPS. So if we're looking between Doman and Cuckoo, like that section of DPS servants, the
The
only
Doman.
servant I think you should roll that you should really roll is Doman.
Dolman.
Every
Yeah,
other-
and
like,
even
Cuckoo, I
then-
don't think you should roll her to
Yeah,
everyone.
and then-
yeah, one
okay,
thing,
and-
Dolman EX
Hold on,
plus.
hold on.
It's true,
Hold
true.
on.
To be fair, I wanted to
It-
put him in
e-
EX plus for sure, but you know.
Also, hold on. To be fair, his value isn't as high if you don't have as many chaotic evil servants. Just putting that out there.
No,
I disagree with
mean,
that.
like,
He's
His
still.
his
I'm not gonna.
value-
I'm not gonna
he-
disagree that he is incredible. I just felt like that
his
was worth being mentioned.
value comes
Yeah,
in a couple things. One, his value comes in no one cares about his damage. His value comes in cheesing things and buffing chaotic evil. But chaotic
Chaotic is
evil
just a,
is
and
a big
also
Yeah, it is
Also-
pretty
Big thing.
common. I'm not gonna
here's
lie
the thing.
about that.
Here's the thing. So how bad is Dolman when he's only buffing chaotic or evil?
Yeah, that's actually something I kind of
Huh?
advocate for. Like his,
Yeah.
he still gives like better crit buffs than Waver does if they're
What
only
is it?
chaotic
It's
or
50%
evil.
crit buff and 20% attack.
His
Don't
is
wanna
30%
but it
attack and
is-
50% crit.
It is
but
normal.
Domon
that a
is basically
hyper-invested
50%
No,
of each,
It's 50% crit and 20% attack
and 30%
20%
defense
attack.
down.
Yeah, 30% defense down. Yeah.
and 30% defense down. Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So I
don't
mean,
want to
like,
sound. Let me read that. Don't want to
so
sound
I
mean.
mean, like,
That,
Okay, you go for fun.
Yeah, usually when I'm talking about a crit support as far as like their values go, I like what my standard usually is Waver is sort of like in the middle because like he's 30% attack, 50% crit. If you got more than that going on, then I feel like that's pretty solid crit buffs. If you got less than that, then like it's kind of contextual. It depends on like how like the rarity of the servant, because like a 2-star or a 3-star with 30 and or like 20 attack and 30 crit isn't going to be as impressive as like because like Summer Ibuki, for example, she crits really hard, but she has 20% attack and 30% crit.
Okay. Can I read the comment now? Or
Sure.
are you guys,
Yeah, sure.
so you guys know? Okay. Don't want to sound mean, but it is normal that a hyper invested offensive support isn't as good as a hyper invested pure damage dealer. You're absolutely correct. Tonalico, and Tezcali Polka, are easily EX tiers, and they're both easily better DPSs than Koyan Dark at 120 full investment. Like, it's just she needs a little bit of a push. I think right now the tippy top tier party wide like charger semi DPS, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they have enough damage for themselves. Well, yeah, they came out later. Yeah. So how do we catch up? Give them a buff. So what the fuck is wrong with what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
I don't think it's wrong to ask for a Koyan buff. I will say that.
Like,
I
dude,
think that people say
Yeah.
you
this
shouldn't ask for a buff.
this is my whole fucking point. Like, I didn't say she's trash. I'm just saying that she really could use a buff. Like, she has very clear weakness
you're-
of bad MP damage. Like,
You're also saying she should be moved down a tier.
yes, she also should be moved down a tier.
Okay,
But
so
that
that's not all you're saying.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but like
Well, those are almost two separate discussions.
But one of the big reasons I said she should be moved down a tier is because people keep saying
Yeah, right.
I can't complain about her when she's in EX, right? But what I'm trying to say is just I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying she's a character that has a very clear weakness. Like, the clear weakness is her bad MP damage. It is bad. It's bad. It's only not bad in challenge quests, right? Because she only gets the ramp down in challenge quests. But is she a good challenge quest DPS? Not necessarily, because she's not selfish, right? She's not selfish at all. She has a lot of party support, but again, in challenge quests, Buster supports don't appreciate AoE buffs as much as arts. Merlin wants it. Merlin's wants it. Vango wants it. So at least she's pretty good.
Constantine
At least
wants
she can
it,
come.
and then you got I guess Leonidas if you care. And I mean, it's more so. I think you're more so just thinking of like the two big ones, which is Koyan Light and Oberon, because those two in some situations aren't gonna win an NP all of the time. Although from my experience, I'd say like their NPs are actually pretty decent at times. Like, okay, maybe you only have 2 cards, and like you want to delay the enemy's NP a little bit. They're both capable of doing that.
I'm just saying, I don't necessarily think she gives enough to be a top tier. Like, she needs to either be because she's fair.
I don't disagree with.
I think she feels fair.
Okay.
And when you're fair, you're not EX.
I think Koyan is a good character, but I do
She's
think
very fair.
that she has like things she lacks, and so
like maybe her
What?
numbers are a bit low, right? Maybe her numbers, one of her numbers could have been 50, right? Like either the attack up or not the buster.
I mean,
the buster could never be 50.
I mean, the attack.
No,
she has another 20% on.
50?
Party wide buster 50 3 turns.
Yeah, what's wrong with party wide buster 50?
Party wide mana burst for 3 turns?
She already does. When you use her NP, you get another 20%.
You can't count that. I'm telling the most cases you can't count that.
Yes, you can.
That's just
She
okay,
has 30% self charge. It's not like she's completely incapable of getting her NP. That's one of the things I find.
No. I just explained. I literally just explained. Like, yes, she is good in support and DPSing, but like fuck me, dude. The thing that she has, like, you are advocating for is her being good as deep, like, challenge quest DPS, but you would never pick her over a dedicated challenge quest DPS. Like, she's weird.
So Plushie, when I look for a servant that I want to use in a specific context, like a specific challenge quest, of course I look at like what is generally demanded, and one of the things that is most commonly demanded, like two of the things that I find really, really common is either evade or invuln, and the enemy uses like crit buffs or attack buffs on themselves like every turn. And then like she has that, and like having some answer to both of those, and those are so common that I think like having an answer to them at all is really good. And the fact that she does that, and she has other things, and she can like do a little of her own damage, and then she has like 50% buster for 3 turns, and then she has 2 stages of overcharge for whoever the fuck you're gonna put her on the team with, and then she can charge everyone. And then like, what CE would you put on her if you're gonna use her like as a support?
I don't.
Well, yeah, I obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing Otto what you're like. I know what you're arguing, but I don't agree with
okay.
That's
the value.
problem.
The value.
Okay.
The value that I find with a servant is like the combination of effects that they have. It's like
and that's good and all, but that doesn't make them that doesn't make them like the top tier, right?
How many servants give you 50% buster, 30% charge, and
she doesn't,
and
because you can't in farming, especially in farming,
I'm not done talking here.
In challenge quests, you're
Ryou,
off,
I wasn't done asking the question. Okay. So 30% team charge, and then 50% buster for 3 turns, and 30%. Then like it's also buster resist down. It's effectively the same thing.
Keep going. We're not fighting
using another buster card than using Koyan's NP.
That's
yeah. Keep going.
And then you also have the offensive buffs thing that I was just saying, but like. It's so easy to make her work in a team, and then she also does all of those things, and like you don't have other options for that. Like the best thing you have is Merlin, who has some of the same effects, and I do think he is really good, but like he's a full support. He doesn't do any damage.
Okay. understand now. I understand your point. I think it's obviously the biggest reason between the discrepancy is the fundamentally different way we play the game. Like once again, you're playing the game like you're playing the game in
Like a normal-
like
like a normal person.
like
Yes.
a normal person, right? Like a normal person who doesn't use meta supports all the time, and
I
doesn't
do
focus on one
sometimes
DPS.
though.
And doesn't focus on one DPS all the time. That's not how normal people play this game at this point anymore.
What the fuck? You just said it's like how normal people play.
Yeah, no, here's my
No,
thing.
like
That's
a normie.
called
No, hold on.
That-
You're a
no.
normie, not normal.
No, that it's the opposite. He is a normal person who's supposed to play the game where all the characters help each other. Normies play the game where they slap 2 meta supports and 1 DPS in their team with plug or brawl. That's how everyone plays the game, right? So that
I
is
don't think
why
that's how everyone plays the game. I think
that
that's
is
just
how everyone. Chat,
that's who you look. We are
Chat.
not going to get a good sample size on this chat. Everyone who is in this chat is
There's
already someone who
190
does.
people here.
There's
So-
but they're not average players still. Like this is we aren't like the entire player base, okay? Like
Okay,
the
here's the
vast
other
majority of
base.
people who play this game don't talk to other people about this game. All right, we're the
Hold on. You could
degenerates.
have just stopped. A vast majority of people
Okay,
who play this
okay,
game
but-
don't talk to other people.
Okay,
Then you just
okay,
full
okay.
Stop there.
Okay,
I said
okay.
about this
End of
game.
the sentence.
Didn't I say about this
Okay.
game?
No, he means that you could have full stop. It would have still
I
been.
said you
Oh.
should have full stopped
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
saying they just don't talk to people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like
okay.
ultimately, it's a mobile game. Most people play mobile games really casually. That's part of the appeal.
Here's the thing. If you're playing that casually, then none of this matters. Like you could achieve something similar with Malay. She has party-wide 20 charge.
Yeah, 20 charge, but not 30 charge. There's a big difference.
It doesn't matter for
Yes,
the
it
people you're
does.
talking about. They don't even lord their pen twos. What do you mean? It doesn't matter for those
That
people
is
because they
true.
don't lord their pen twos.
They're
Like,
not going to lower. They're sitting at 9, so they start with 18% charge.
yeah, it doesn't
yeah. In
fucking
which
matter.
case, 20. In which case, okay, now they gotta get another 20 charge. Wow, great.
Yeah, exactly. So 30 and 20 is the same. So like, here's the problem. Here's the problem that I have with the game, with the character, right? The character is good when you don't care that much about the game's gameplay.
See, ultimately, that's part
Which
of the
means
problem.
she's not a EX!
I do agree with Plushie that she is like if you are really looking at stuff, there are some characters that are more because they're specialized. It's easier to recommend them and utilize them to the full capability.
It's easier to make an argument for them,
It's easier,
I guess.
like it's really easy to make an argument as to why someone should get a copy of Bazette.
Plushie, you should stop
that-
yelling at your wife. You mean Auto Bean? Yeah, true.
Ugh.
Look, okay. Look,
Ugh,
I
I
know
thought
what
I
you
was
mean,
the
Auto.
uncle here.
I
don't
I-
like this. I don't like this development.
Okay, so I think obviously I am also on a like also I'm probably a bit loud as I'm sorry, but like I'm also on like one part of the spectrum that is not very
The
fuck. I
spectrum?
shouldn't have spectrum. Shit. Okay, that's not what I mean.
Push
I was-
off.
I was like,
He's doing it now.
I didn't
I
want
mean,
to say
yeah.
anything, but
I mean maybe you know I'm fucking screaming about Koyan Dark needing a buff, right? Like right now as a 27-year-old man, right? Like maybe I am on the spectrum, right? But like
Wait, you're 27. You're not.
no,
a
he's
wizard.
20. He's 26. He's younger than me.
I'm
A
20,
wizard
whatever.
is 30.
Oh well, soon. I'm not gonna sleep with anyone within 3 years. Anyways, so
Are you
So-
sure you want to mention this on a podcast?
That's
dude, on an FGL podcast, what you think I'm gonna get less? It's possible for me to get less bitches than complaining about this on an FGL podcast. What do you mean?
No,
like this is
no.
rock bottom. It's fucking rock bottom,
No,
dude.
no, like
dude,
you're just gonna give
Uh,
more points to the people that
like,
hate
what do
you that are
like
red
what do you?
pillars, I
Oh,
guess. I don't know.
What are they gonna say? Plushie's a dirty. Dude, I would never get hurt. Like even a tiny bit if they say I'm a fat virgin, then he made a bad hot take video, right? Like, anyways, so okay, so I understand the problem. Like, obviously, I'm playing the game. I'm not using her like how she's designed to be used, right? Because she's designed to be used as a, like a Swiss Army knife character who is able to do a little bit of support, do a little bit of DPS, do a little bit of both. And I'm trying to force her into a role of pure DPS. And obviously, when you're using her as a pure DPS, the party-wide 30% buster up is just the self 30% buster up. Like, obvious, it sucks, right? Like the party-wide.
I still don't agree on that. Like,
No, I mean
For-
me.
okay,
I'm
for
saying
you,
it's not
okay.
justified.
Okay,
I'm saying
yeah,
it's for
yeah.
me. Yeah, for me, right? So
Sorry.
the buster down is also just for herself, which is like okay, right? So I understand why I'm not. I don't feel like I'm not justified. Like, how many times do I have to say I don't think she desperately need a buff, right? But the thing is, another thing is, I think a lot of people missed my point in my video is like she was actually I was agreeing with you before when she was in EX. I was agreeing because I think despite being a sub DPS, because of her synergy with Van Gogh and Domon, she was able to punch above her weight class in terms of being a DPS. Like, she absolutely was. But because of the recent addition of post buff Merlin and a Pen 5, she no longer like whatever.
I do think a Pen 5 threw a lot of balance in the the sphere of Buster servants. A Pen 5 does make a big difference
Okay.
in how like
Okay, but
in Buster servants.
Yeah,
but
so
how
like,
much does that change this list though? We're talking NP1.
Okay,
like-
how much does that change? Okay, fine. You win. She doesn't.
Okay.
You win. Okay, you win. I don't think she should be moved down. I think maybe she, Tiamat, and Proto Merlin all should move down.
Okay.
There you go. Maybe. I don't know.
Damn.
But
Well, I guess the one bit of progress we got here today is that now you don't think Tiamat is as good.
because I keep forgetting it's MP1. Because I think the important part about Tiamat is she's able to brute force a lot of shit. But I don't know if she can do it.
What was that, Otto? Is that what?
Is what?
What did
You
you
didn't
say?
say
The one
anything.
thing that we learned today?
The one bit of
Tiamat's not EX.
progress we made?
True. I do think Tiamat is not. I think Tiamat, especially if compared to the others, is in fact overrated. I get the low cooldown skill thing. I get her thing, but I don't.
I don't even think Tiamat's problem is MP1 or nothing. But I think Tiamat's problem is her advantage is not that big if you don't have MLB Black Grail.
Yeah. And in
Like
farming,
that-
I'm not using MLB Black Grail.
That's my issue. I think Tiamat, like, because the gist of the list is MP1. So MP1, people who can only afford MP1 all the time, I don't necessarily expect you to have an MLB Black Grill. I think Tiamat definitely benefits a lot from having a super Black Grill. If you don't have a super Black Grill, she doesn't really feel that good anymore, right? Because you're then maybe comparing stuff like maxed out cranking versus non-MLB Black Grill. And if you have maxed out cranking, why aren't you just using fucking Kokokon or something? Like, who cares, right? So I do understand.
Just go brain dead and.
I do understand. Tiamat is very highly tied to MLB Black Grill. Like, all of these people that are high here because of their ability to loop with MLB Black Grill really wants MLB Black Grill. Like, that's a huge thing they're clinging on. Right?
I think it's crazy to cling to MLB Black Grail is the reason why they're like high up. Like, because I don't like MLB Black Grail is only used in challenge quests. Like, you don't.
Question. Question.
No.
What other examples do you have for that? Like, other than Tiamat?
Actually, no. Melusine. Well, here's the thing.
Melusine's
Tiamat
not on this
only has
list.
that. Melusine only has that. So I think Melusine. I think Tiamat definitely kind of doesn't.
Has to start with basically has the freedom to always start with 0%, or like it doesn't work with 50% charge Cs. There's no alternate path.
She's also 2-in-1. Like, she's also 2-in-1. So
Melusine's
like,
also 2-in.
Tiamat definitely isn't as good in a vacuum. Like
I mean-
I don't. Yeah, sorry.
Also,
I was just gonna say,
I'm-
like with Melusine, like if you're not gonna use Black Rail, you might as well use a 50% C because you're gonna double up on her third skill.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
now I'm
so-
curious. On damage wise, where is Tiamat in comparison with Melusine?
What
Let's
Tiamat?
see, Tiamat. Okay, I see that. And
Tiamat with
Oh,
like
wait a
Black
minute.
Rail and such, I
Dude,
think
she
she's
gets
like
90% buster of it.
she gets like
the
she's like
highest.
700,000 or something like that.
She's the highest out of everything.
But like
Okay,
even at neutral, even though
so-
she doesn't hit neutral, but
yeah, that's the problem is that Tiamat doesn't have a neutral. Because I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's not neutral. Let me look at neutral.
Well, I mean, she's an alter ego. She'll never be a neutral, basically.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because like Tiamat's neutral, or sorry, Tiamat's 1.5 on turn 3. It is quite a bit higher than Melusine's neutral on turn 3.
Just divided
both
by
using
1.5.
Black Grail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's kind of hard to compare servants that are like extra class with main class, because main classes are generally
mean-
built with counter class in mind, whereas
Tiamat
like
can
someone
do.
like Tiamat is supposed to be used against.
Obviously, when you
Tiamat
go
can do
into-
neutral. So I've been used
Especially-
I've used Tiamat in Iliafest. Iliafest has
Yeah.
a bunch of alter egos and like neutral people, like Avengers, right? Like she's able to do that. So
Well,
her neutral's fine,
the-
right? But
interesting thing is if it was possible for Tiamat, well, actually, hold on. There is one situation where Tiamat. No, wait, no, there's not. Does Tiamat ever hit neutral ever? Like, do alter egos ever hit neutral to a certain
They
class?
do on the other class trio, Avengers, Moon Cancers, and Rulers, and
So they're
then
neutral there.
and then
So-
Shielder.
So
But that's
yeah,
basically
on
it.
those Tiamat's
And
neutral
other alter
damage
egos.
is slightly higher than Melusine's turn 3 neutral damage.
yeah, but like,
But once you take class advantage, anytime there's class
Yeah,
advantage, there's
that
differences.
yeah, that's part of the alter ego and pretender thing. They're just never neutral.
the other thing is Tiamat's really good at raiding. I genuinely don't think there's like she's one of the best AoE busters at raiding. Like obviously once again
because you can
can't hit next-
stack stuff really early, like high damage really early.
Yeah, she can get like her one turn damage is really high as well. I mean, not that's
Yeah,
not
'cause if
that
you're
significant.
using, if you just need one turn, you can quite literally
Triple
using like
skill
say
3.
like Atlas, use her
Yeah.
third skill four times.
Yeah, or plug. Yeah, I mean you usually plug over, but yeah, still like even
mean,
you
if
can
you-
even do like
If you
no
don't
plug.
need the damage,
Yeah, you can even do
no plug.
yeah, you can do no plug or frontline over whatever. So like yes, so I think Tiamat without the damage is like just the okay servant. You know, like she has the debuff removal before damage. That's actually really good. Like debuff removal before damage.
I like the
to
team
self, I think
charge.
is
She
actually-
basically has
Yeah.
10. She has like 5% per turn for everyone.
Yeah, it's quite a bit
effectively.
of heal as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
And then,
I
like, a
think Tiamat
stun.
with Tiamat is just so here's the thing, like if Koyan Dark had better MP damage, I think she'd be in EX. Like you have no idea how close I think she is to EX. This is why it's so frustrating. Like she's right there. She just needs to be either a little bit better at supporting or a little bit better at DPSing. And I think it's easier to fix her DPS because MP upgrades are really easy to fix, right? Like MP upgrade is just the easiest way to fix a character, period. In terms, like if they have a damage issue, I think she is very, very close to being EX, and like
What
it's
if
just
they made her third skill AOE?
then they would just make her like a fucking replacement for
Because
what
that'd be
Calamity
AOE
Jade.
ignore invuln. and
Yeah.
Crit damage up.
Yeah, it
and-
would make her a
and,
really good support, but
Actually, and that would be a bunch of the dot damage
Dot-
stuff.
I don't think
You
they're
could
gonna make
use-
that.
You could do
They're
some
not gonna make
sick
that.
dot
AOE.
damage teams.
There's not gonna make that AOE, but if they make that AOE, it's pretty cool because like every of your cards would get dot, so you'd be
Yeah,
just
imagine
attack.
double Korean Dark then. Like, everyone can double up on that.
Yeah,
would be
that's
really
scary.
dumb.
Yeah, it sounds fun, but like
I think if they made her third skill AOE, that would because like why not? Like if she's gonna be a support, if she had party wide ignore invuln, I think that like
She'll
that's,
get a
that's,
niche. Yeah.
that's something we don't have a lot of. It's Sherlock, which is on an MP, and
Jane is one
Jane,
person.
which is
Jane,
one person, and
alone.
has a star requirement, which can sometimes be annoying. Is there anyone else who gives party invuln ignore?
No.
No, the closest thing we have to it is ignore defense from a Skandar.
Yeah. It's just such a niche thing. So I think that would actually give her it wouldn't help her in farming at all, but I think it would make her a much easier to use support.
Yeah, I do understand Koyan Dark has like anti-earth, but like her damage, like even with anti-earth, and she can boost her own overcharge, right? Like that's actually a really strong combo. Like having your own overcharge with your SE, like it's really good, but it really is just like her damage is just bad. Like her MP damage is just it's bad. Like I'm sorry, it's just bad. Like even in challenge quests, her MP is a tool to boost her card damage for one turn. Yeah, the Buster Down ramps, but like it's not like she can really loop her MP. Like a Buster Down by 20% is a lot worse than Arts Down by 20% on an MP. Like I think this is not a controversial take here, right? Like BB Dubai has Arts Down 20% on MP, and she can do it every turn for free. Koyan Dark can't, right? So like there's obviously a discrepancy there, right? Like I don't think this is a controversy. So I just feel like overall she needs to be either better at supporting or better at DPSing. And I think once again, like DPSing is easier to fix because MP upgrade, right? Like, but because of how many chances she could have gotten buffed when she didn't, I don't think she's ever gonna receive a buff because like she would according to like recent FGO trends, they would buff characters that don't need a buff at all, right? Like, but they decided to not buff her during a main story chapter where she's involved and she got a banner, right? Like, so she's never gonna get a buff. I genuinely believe she's never gonna get a buff until the game ends service, right? Like, I think Kukulkan has a better chance of getting a buff than her. And I'm not even.
That'd be disgusting.
No, I'm not saying it as a joke.
I hope.
I'm not saying it.
I don't think that's
common sense to never do that.
I'm not saying it as a joke.
I don't think that's the
possible.
case. I think their logic with it, and like this is basically just a theory. I think what they like doing is they'll look at servants that went the longest without a buff, and they'll buff those. And that's probably why they buffed Asclepius, because all of the other 3-star casters, even though most of them are shit, they at least had rank ups somewhere along the way. But Asclepius was the only one that didn't. And the same thing with Merlin. Like, he was the oldest 5-star caster that hadn't gotten a buff. And again, like, he was still already better than most supports, but like, yeah. I think that's how they go about it. So, like, maybe a few years down the line, we might see a buff for her, but...
Well, I mean, they don't really buff... Have they really buffed a lot of foreigners? Like, they buffed Abigail and Hokusai.
And Voyager twice.
And Voyager, but they buffed Voyager before any other foreigner got buffed.
They buffed Voyager twice.
Summer
They buffed
Abby.
Abigail
buffed
twice.
Abigail Summer. Mole got buffed.
Mole. They buff Hokusai, of course.
Buffed question mark?
Yeah, Hokusai got 2 buffs actually. Wait, why did you say that? There's a lot of foreigner buffs here.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, I'm tired because every time when she appears in something, I always think she might get a buff, and every time my feeling is genuine. Like, yes, it's a meme on my channel, but every time I am genuinely looking forward to it, and I just think I'm not going to look forward to it anymore because it's tiring, and I don't think she's gonna get a buff. And
I think hoping for buffs is rough.
Yeah, and I think her TA is just gonna be worse than Kukulkan by like 10 miles. It's not even close. So yeah, that's why I made a video, because it's to wrap it up.
Okay.
And stop you. Yes, that's why I made the video, is to wrap it up.
I hate to say it, but I'm glad you're saying that, because it does get a little. I
Yeah.
understand why people get a little annoyed because like you've been saying this for years and like you ham it up sometimes, but like if you're actually like dropping those expectations, I mean that's kind of what I do. Like I have characters that I really like that I think are pretty shit, and like I'd like buffs for them, but like I don't know. I'm just like doing what I can with
Because
them, I guess.
the
Like,
reason
Shiva
why I'm
kinda
so
sucks.
eager is because I said earlier, I think she's so close. There was a time when she was close to. As crazy as this sounds, there was a time in TAs when she was close to being Kukulkan, because Kukulkan had a lot of weaknesses. Any quest that doesn't allow duplicates, like she still has the weakness where she needs to eat a lot of stars if she wants all of her buffs at once. And you know, Koyan Dark used to have Van Gogh and Doman over her, which are huge advantages. Like there are the legitimate quests where Koyan Dark had an easier time min turning than Kukulkan. Like it's not a joke, right? Like I think she is right there. But then like this summer specifically, with a Pen 5 with post buff Merlin, like I know you don't necessarily follow TA that much, but like because also it's because of Lost Spell 4 Super Recollection. Like I feel it very profoundly. Like the gap is just too wide. Like Kukulkan basically took a fucking rocket and like flew out of the stratosphere this anniversary for TAs, and there is no longer any chance that Koyan Dark can even compete with
All
her.
right. Well, if she's actually out of the atmosphere, then why isn't she existing outside the domain?
Well, yeah, there's one person who's like, Koyan Dark is canonically out of the atmosphere. But yeah, like, yeah, Jilderay, we're not even getting into Jilderay Saber, honestly. Jilderay Saber is a buff for Cuckoo as well, kind of, but not that big. For like really high MTAs where you're
More
for
of
like
a
really high ends where you're
Tonalito buff, in my opinion.
No, I was doing so. I was because I tried to do a lot of different nodes on this with Tonalico from the Lost Spell 4 thing, and I looked at Gilderay, and just when you look at what it is, it's just not substantial. I'm sorry. If the MP damage wasn't one turn and so little, there's an argument. But the fact of the matter is, what it is 50. It's 50% crit and 2 stages of overcharge.
If you need a level 1 buffer,
yeah,
will you
stars
pick
per
anyone
turn.
over him? Because
level
like
1 buffer for
yes,
like
Tonalico. Yes.
Yeah, probably just level 1 Vitch. I get more value out of that.
Oh,
level
true,
1
bitch.
Level 1 Vitch, if I'm doing like a frontline only thing and I need a level 1, and I can cut it, I can do normal Vitch, level 1 Vitch, Atlas code, and I can immediately double stack my charisma. And
True. I forgot about level 1 bitch. Yeah, but
there's other level 1s that I use that like, you know, or just like low levels. Like if I need like low level stuff, you know, like Takasugi and like, you know,
I also feel like
Ibuki Summer.
Yeah.
I could
yeah,
use
Ibuki Summer is actually good.
for that. I love killing Ibuki Summer.
Yeah, she's a berserker that can function at what, level 50?
At level
it's
50,
actually
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I do need the MP gain, I do have to set Tonalico to 3rd Ascension because she doesn't get the MP gain bonus if she's not in 3rd. But I don't often need the MP gain up. I did for that one run, but
here's the other thing with like maybe like I'm trying to explain why maybe I'm being unfair, right? Because a lot of the recent stuff I'm chasing is no longer just TAs. But like basically every run I've done for this Super Recollection quest was restricted. Was like I mean 4-man, right? Like you're cutting people out, and when you're cutting people out, you won't believe how stupid Kukulkan is. Because Kukulkan's self buffs are worth like 2 fucking characters.
Yeah, it really annoying because like I was trying to do, and I spent quite a while trying to do a you know, a 3-man only, you know, like ignoring Karna in the back of Melusine with no CE on Arjuna Altar. Or sorry, Tonalico, no CE Arjuna Altar. And like it just doesn't, like it just barely
I'm pretty sure
work.
Kukulkan did a 3-man with Karna in the front. So there you go.
Yeah, well, because she has more Buster cards. Like,
but
her
she doesn't have enough
skills-
stars. That's the issue. She needs stars. She needs a lot of stars. But
Wow.
but yeah, like it's just not close. Like I know it's unrealistic to expect her to be as good as Kukulkan as a DPS, but it's exactly because at one point in the game she was close. At
It
one
is
point in the
also
game
just-
she was close.
It is
No,
just-
not anymore.
More annoying because like I hate Kukulkan. But Kukulkan isn't competing for the characters I like, per se.
I mean,
Or,
she is.
technically she is.
Like,
But I just ignore her. I just ignore her. It's like when I see a Bazette run, I'm like, that's cool. I don't care about Bazette, and I move on.
The current best Buster AoE is probably for TAs. It's probably her and Arjuna Alter, but probably her, because Arjuna Alter can push damage with 1.5, but like she is less like susceptible to things fucking him over. Oh, and Romulus Coronis, I guess but Romulus Coronis and Arjuna
I don't see
Alter,
a lot of Romulus stuff.
because the big Romulus guy quit this anniversary because of the
Right,
coins.
so like, is
Yeah.
Romulus? If one guy was patient enough to do the nonsensical RNG, that doesn't. It just means that like, I wouldn't say that makes Romulus particularly better than other.
I mean, he can
options.
push it. I mean, the thing is like, can he push it? He can push it. Like he can min turn. Like on paper, he can min turn the fucking Iori thing, right? I think Romulus he has a lot of potential. It's just like not that many people like him. I think that genuinely is the problem. Not enough people like him.
True.
And like we keep saying Bima is insane. That's one person, dude. It's literally what's his name? KZYEZY. Like it's like one guy. There's one Bima guy. But like he showed how broken he is in min turns. Like Bima during this Super Recollection quest like showed who's the best Hindu character in the game. He's so dumb.
I do hate Romulus though. I think Romulus's design sucks.
He's fine. I don't.
I think he looks
know.
ugly.
speaking of Romulus, fun fact: Romulus with maximum stacks, so 10 stacks on the enemy, without a C, without any supports, actually does less damage at neutral than Ushigozen against her niche.
Well, it's this again. But like that's the problem, right? Like he hits everyone. That's the thing. He hits everyone, and he
Well,
gets those stacks really.
Well, Ushigozen is AoE too.
But no,
Oh, I
no,
thought-
he hits
I thought-
everyone in the game. What do you mean?
Oh,
That's what.
oh, that's what
he
you mean.
hits-
I mean, he doesn't
Yes.
get 10 stacks that easy though. Like
He gets
that
like
takes
5-6 stacks very easily. He double casts his skills and he gets 2 per crit. Like
I guess
he
I
has-
guess that is true. It is a lot easier.
yeah,
now.
he gets very high ceiling. Like there's a thing with like Buster is also fair. Like there's a lot of things that affect TAs, right? Like there's a lot of things that affect TAs that I don't see it. Like I was like, how the fuck is this character good? Like how the fuck did Nursery Rhyme did frontline only? Like I'm still baffled, right? But like like I'm not. I think maybe I don't understand TA good enough to make this conclusion as well, because like there's definitely more experienced Coin Dark runners than I am.
okay.
Than I am, but
All right,
But
I'll do you one better. He only mildly out damages her against Earth Servants. It's by 7,000 at neutral.
oh.
Yeah.
But I just feel like she was really good. Like, okay, how do I express my frustration, right? So this is my relation, because okay, you call it couples therapy, right? So this is my relationship with Koyan Dark, right? So like started from the absolute beginning. I didn't know anything about TAs, and I looked at her MP damage and her looping damage, and I think she sucked. And then I learned more about TAs, and then I saw her potential with Van Gogh and Dolman. And then suddenly, I'm like, holy shit, I am just stupid. She doesn't suck. She has so much potential. in this one thing that I'm trying to get into. The ability for her to push damage is actually insane with these specific synergies that I never saw before. So I changed to, I really want to advocate for how she is underrated as fuck. And I did everything in my power to try to do the run do like TAs, like retry for 12 hours. This is like even until the start of this year, I retry for like 20 something hours to do a Koyan Dark run that's frontline only, just to prove people that she can do it. She can do it. There are runs that she can do that's before Kukulkan can even do it, because of her interesting synergies with Van Gogh and Dolman, and her party charge actually comes into play in terms of helping Van Gogh get her MP. And then this anniversary, the Pen 5 and Post Buff Merlin happened, and then she got completely like outcompeted by a bunch of other AoE busters that are able to utilize this buff better than she does. So from the outside, it would just be like, you're complaining that Koyan Dark's bad for the entirety of your experience with this character. No, I went from I'm ignorant, so I think she's bad, to I'm enlightened and I think she's underrated, to I'm enlightened and now I know she's bad. You know how frustrating that is?
What you're telling me is within a month or two, you're going to flip back?
No, because the flip, it doesn't happen out of nowhere. The flip happened the flip happened because I didn't know anything about TAs. The first flip. The second flip happened because of a Pen 5 and Post Buff Merlin. Unless I once again learned how stupid and ignorant I am about min turning, or she gets a buff, I'm not gonna flip.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think you're ignorant on the min turns.
I don't think I'm not. I don't think I'm that ignorant. Like, I'm obviously still not as good, because like they're definitely like, I was like screaming about how do I do the frontline only, and then here he did it with with the brilliant what is it called? Absolute genius debuff immunity on Koyan Light, so she could use Naknaria, right? Right, like so I definitely wasn't as innovative, you know, in terms of coming up with new comps with her. I've been trying, but like I don't think I'm as ignorant as I was like all the way back when I first got her, and it's just yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't think you are, because I don't know. I think you're pretty good. I do think like I run into that same thing where it's like, I'm like, man, I can't think of something. You know, I'm trying to think of a team, and then someone will say, oh yeah, you can do this like frontline only, and I'm like, oh, so it is possible. And then I'm like, I don't look up the team, and I'm like, well, if it must be possible, then there has to be a way, and I have to like sit there and think, because I know if I look at someone else's team, I'm like, I don't want to steal someone's team. Yeah. And it's funny because I had that happen like a couple times here, where the team I ended up using was different than the team the other person was using, and so I'm like, oh, I'm like, all right,
dude,
well,
it's fun figuring shit out. Like,
Yeah.
like even like especially with super recollection quests around, like I've been like dipping a little bit into TAs, and like I figured out how to TA something with Ushigos, and then like I went and asked about it. Turns out someone did it like a week prior. But
well, okay,
like, hey,
you can't you can't compete with.
Doesn't stop the fact that I enjoyed it.
I'm pretty sure you're unlucky because there's a bunch of like Ushigos. I'm pretty sure there's like 2 to 3 Ushigos in runners.
Yes, I am very unlucky. I'm a summer Ibuki guy too.
Yeah, you like some of the Summer Ibuki is always
Summer Ibuki is easy mode, so like everyone's running.
Summer Ibuki is usually the blind TA. Like whenever something comes out that isn't a single target, like CQ, she's usually the first one to do it blind. Like if you see like the first min turn run, at least from my recollection, the first, like if you just look at who did the first min turn run of quest, let's just say like the first min turn possible of a quest whenever it comes out for the past 2 years, it's always Summer Ibuki. Because Summer Ibuki is, because she has a battery, like you can literally go in blind and you will accidentally mention something with the character, right? So like she has always been the most like blind clears, I guess, is like if you just wake up, you just like somebody's gonna go in blind and accidentally clear it on the first run. So She is really funny, like in that sense. She's that good.
Is there a Summer
Some of
Suzuka
the-
guy?
Oh, I don't know. I think I've
No.
seen some, but there's other people who definitely also use the characters I do. There's definitely other people who use Tonalico, which is funny because I know
Bro.
I know, like, for example, one of the people who used to run the sheets, or two of them, also have 120 Tonalicos. I'm like, all right, well, I know they have it. Like, a lot of people have. Tonalico is one of the most common 120s in the game, actually, so not surprising. But like, also like Melusine, there's, I don't know how common Melusine is. I definitely
has
was
Probably very common.
not been that. No, she has definitely been less common.
See, the Melusine ruler definitely is less common.
Well, I'd
just
imagine that's kind of the case with a lot of AoE rulers.
Yeah.
No, but I think Melusine Lancer runs.
I had to
have still
specify.
been-
I had to
Oh, yeah,
specify
Melusine has
AoE.
no anti-trait. Melusine has no anti-traits. Is the
Yeah.
thing is
Yeah.
Melusine has really good damage if you ignore traits, but a lot of TAs, like especially when you're cutting down, like, oh yeah, sure, if I run 4 or 5 characters, I could do any of the super recollections with Melusine. That's why I did like one of my runs. I mean, I did use OG Melusine in some of them, but like I was using like no CE or something like that. Oh no, I was using like frontline. I did like frontline only on like the tree and.
I mean, that was genuinely impressive. The tree single target one with the Osakabe Yume taunt, like that run was not something I expected you to do. I genuinely didn't expect that to be doable. Like, what the fuck? She doesn't have defense ignore, does she?
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's kind of funny that I had to specify AoE ruler, because if I said ruler in general, it's Estrella. Like, Estrella.
One person. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, but it is just Estrella though. Like, who else? Kenshin? No. Sometimes Martha actually, because Martha can push the one. Like, if you need to burst.
Buster Chain.
Like for. Yeah, like if you look at something like like Jinako, where you need a lot of burst damage, she just fucking punches her to death. I mean, obviously that's counterclass, but also something like Neja, where like the first bar is 2 million and the second bar immediately drops to 900k. Then something like Martha is gonna crush it as well, where you need the burst damage on one. I don't even think she hits trade. She's not demonic.
I think that's kind of something interesting about Ruler Martha. She gets overlooked so much because, like, at base her own damage it just doesn't look very good, but like she stacks really well with like supporting, because like she just has that NP upgrade, and then she can also ramp the defense down. So, like, it winds up being pretty good damage. And then also the Buster deck is just great for damage.
I mean, these old, like, MP upgraded single target busters are some of the most unstoppable character. Like, Jolter, right? Like, Jolter is actually kind of unstoppable as well right now in TA. There's just, they just push too much damage. Like, not too much, like, just push so much damage. Like you can't really catch up to it in neutral. As for the new ones, I really feel like it's just Bima. Like, is there like really good recent new single target buster that's like crazy on TAs?
A new
CL?
single target buster.
CL?
I don't think CL.
Look,
CL's a bit
okay.
weird.
Okay, hear me out.
CL's weird.
Due to the complete lack of man enemies, she hasn't had her chance to shine yet. But I think Jufu is gonna like pop off eventually.
Ooh.
Because
Shufu.
her
Well, the thing
anti-man is
every buster gets anti-man.
yeah, but she gets even
Yeah, but
more.
it's SE. It's SE, so it's fine.
Yeah,
So wait,
If
does
it's
that
P-mod,
multiply then? Wait, does that multiply with Koyansen?
Yeah. Super effectives. Yeah, that's separate from PMod. And then she also has like 60% PMod from.
That's
dot
hard to
debuffs.
proc. That's hard to proc.
It's not that hard to proc. I mean, if you just add Korean Dark, you instantly get all 3.
If Koyan Dark's third skill casts like one layer of dot immediately and not just the dot like amplification,
The dot amp?
She'd unironically like Koyan Dark plus Shufu would be so good in TAs.
Yeah. So
I'd imagine at least. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's 100%.
yeah, I already talked to you guys about that, but yeah, like being like I'm pretty sure at 120 she could one turn that the Darius quest, which is like you gotta
Oh,
effectively do like 4 million damage on turn 1. But
There-
mine does over half that, so
Oh my god.
she's only 90.
She's scary. I mean, she has class score as well. So I definitely think.
Yeah, mine doesn't have
Well-
class score yet.
Fuck. Speaking of class score, that's the other thing about Koyan Dark. Because of Append 4 and class score, crit buffs are not worth that much anymore. Or rather, I should say, like, they get watered down. Because, like, do you know how much crit buffs can you get passively if you have a max class score plus Append 4?
So a pen 4. So it is going to be 60% Buster, 80% Quick, and because it's 20% Buster.
Isn't Quick the
40%
highest?
Arts. Yes, it's 20 Buster, 40 Arts, 60 Quick, but then a general 10%. So it's actually 30, 50, 80. Wait, no, 30, 50, 70, and then you add a pen, and it becomes 60, 60, 80,
God, 100.
100. Yeah, 60,
Quick
80,
servants
100.
right now. Quick servants right now. This is why you want Summer Scotty, people. Quick
That
servants
is-
now
that
have
is-
passive 100% quick crit up if you max everything.
I think the crit append was like
Yeah,
the
that-
reason I was able to do that Daikoten one.
It's
because
so dumb.
They had so
That's
much crit.
actually all servants, not just quick servants.
Well, I know, but
Oh,
their
it
quick
is just
cards are 100%. Their quick cards built in are 100% crit up.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be a Buster servant with one quick card and have that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
But
yeah,
your
yeah.
quick
I know
card
what
is
you mean.
usually buffed.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I know what you mean.
I mean,
know
it
what you mean.
applies to everyone, so like.
I know what you mean. I think that's actually that's actually a good point. So like if you do like if you're TAing with a Buster unit, right? And then you're trying to push damage. Is BBA more damage or BBQ more damage? If you crit everything.
If you crit everything and you have appends and class score, BBQ probably is more.
Yeah, like that's actually an interesting question. Like obviously that's like if you max everything, but it's really funny to think about because like right now TAs are you're forced to do a lot of self restrictions because everyone's hyper. But it's so funny if you're hyper a quick servant, you can passive 100% quick crit up.
It is interesting because over time, it has become less about who can do this run and more so, okay, most people can probably do this run, but can
can't?
you do this run with less servants?
Less people. Yeah, I mean
Like,
the new fights are gonna be. I know actually. Yeah,
I
new fights
hope
aren't
we
actually
get
bad.
Super Cernunos. I hope they
Oh,
do a
God.
Lost Belt 6 Super Recollection.
Dude,
and
who
we
could
get
do it?
Cernunos with
Like-
the jacked up HP. I honestly
Like-
don't think
I mean-
it would be possible.
Yeah.
If they increase
Really?
the HP the same amount, because like okay, like Arjuna Ultra
The only-
originally had like
Okay.
how much HP?
The only servant that I think would be able to do it is Bassett. Just because, like, you get to that last bar and it has like 11 stacks. So
Oh,
your
yeah.
NP is going to do like 20% of the damage, like that it normally would. And then it has like, what, 700,000? However much they're going to put on it. Because it's normally 500,000.
If you hit,
So
can probably
gotta-
kill it.
What if they multiplied by in Recollection quests actually? What is the like? Don't they
It-
normally
it
do
varies.
like 5 to 10 times?
It varies. Sometimes
var-
it's only
yeah.
like double. Sometimes it's
I don't think
like
it's ever been double.
4
I think it's
times.
the lowest of it in like triple.
'Cause
Like I
what
think
was
like
it?
the Ashvatama and Tree thing are like tripled.
Which one was it? There was one that was only like double.
Yeah, I think it's a later one that has high HP.
Yeah, because like some of them you can't just like triple it or
I
Their
mean,
HP is too
because
high.
they're like
10
it would
times
just
in
break it
Cernunos
so
would be
much.
impossible.
How much did Oberon have in like non-super?
I think he had like 300,000 at the end,
Oh, that's triple. Okay, so
which is pretty
not
funny.
triple.
Like I was,
it's 6 times, bro. What the fuck? Isn't he 2 million? Oh no, there's 2 million on the last part. I don't know.
Yeah, it was so funny. I used Debrina, like the new Debrina on that quest, and it
like-
was so easy, dude. Like he has
Like-
so little HP. Like if
Yeah.
you can control his NP, which like you can just spam NP seal with Debrina, like he
He's a
doesn't do much
joker.
anything.
Like Woodwose is literally 10 times like a 10 times multiplier. Morgan is a 5 times multiplier, and Oberon is a like 6 or 7 times multiplier. I know it's a actually it changes based on the bar, but it's like a 5. It's like a 7
like
to
Qinshi
5
Huang?
times
I
multiplier.
don't think Qinshi Huang has a lot of HP. No, it's still 5. I think Qinshi Huang's still like he only had like, what 200k or something. I don't remember.
Look at Lost Spell 5s. Canis got multiplied by 8.
Nice
Charlotte,
job. Nobody could.
Charlotte got multiplied by 5. Cerberus got multiplied by like 5, well 6 actually. Yeah, so like I don't know. I just think like if they were to do Cernunos, I think doubling his HP would be hard enough. To be honest,
Double it, dude. Double it.
like double it and give it to the next fight. Like
I mean, here's the thing though. I feel like a bunch of. No, actually no.
do we because of his mechanics? Like I don't know if we actually have like Cernunos is so uniquely screw you in the fight department.
No, you just need better RNG because like he doesn't always gain a stack when he hits you. Like
Right, but
that-
like
Yeah,
like,
it's
he's
30%.
damage
That
resist.
is honestly,
Do
if
we
they
have more things for his traits?
Yeah, he has what demonic sky.
he's demonic, he's sky, he is not undead, which is stupid.
He
Because
is threat to
he should
humanity.
be.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
threat
he's
to
not. Look, he's not undead. He's just dead.
Yeah, but he's moving, which implies
but
that he
he's
has
still-
been un.
No, you don't understand. There's a distinction. Undead does. And
Yeah, and
dead
the
are
distinction is
different things.
stupid. That's what it is.
Don't
stupid.
jinx yourself. They gave demonic Bodhisattva evil.
Yeah,
after, like,
he's
fucking
also-
7 years. They might give him undead. Like
Yeah, he's also chaotic good. That got added this year. So
oh Arkaway. No, Arkaway question. Arkaway.
no, like
Arkaway.
No, Arc
no.
would.
Okay, so the thing with Arcoid though, if she's up against chaotic, she's a single target with anti-trait. Without anti-trait, that's what I mean.
Wait, hold on.
Because it's plus 100% damage.
Here's
It's
Moon
basically
Cancer
the same
Claw.
thing.
It's time to shine. He's super large.
Oh my god. Cernunos. I mean, I'm pretty sure Koyan Dark did normal Cernunos, right? I don't know. She should be able to. Cause like she would just MPBB. Like the thing that would kill him is the Buster card, not the MP. But I don't know. Looking forward to that, I guess. Am I looking
do
forward to
hope
that?
They do it because I would like a series because one I didn't particularly spend a ton of time in my defense of my Cernunos run 3 years ago in JP. I was one of the first people there, so I was a little bad at the fight. The mechanics were not fully understood.
But they're still not fully understood by most people. Like,
Yeah, people just fucking threw revives at him.
yeah, I mean, it's the best way to
did
do it,
make it up
honestly.
I did do a min turn with KP though in NA when it came down to it.
Really? Oh yeah, true. You did. I forgot about that. I was like, I dropped NA at that point, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it was even single core because it was just King Prody. I didn't use any others, which is crazy because I'm looking back at it. I'm like, man, this fight it wasn't as like it's RNG, but like it wasn't as like crazy as because I remember once again it took 3 hours of like suffering. But I still think the smartest thing I've ever seen with the Sununos fight is a Shengon.
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah,
That
you
is the
mentioned that last
smartest
time.
thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Apparently, it already happened in JP, and
Oh, dude, I almost put in Super Recollection Lost Belt 7. No, not yet. No. It
Not
was
yet.
Road to 7.
apparently-
including 7.
People found out on JP, but nobody did the run. And there's another thing, like people found out about the Osakabe Hime taunt thing, with Ash and Tree, but they didn't do it in JP because apparently I didn't remember that. Apparently, instead of cleansing Ash Watama, which was what Pepe is supposed to do, he cleanses the fucking tree.
So it was bugged?
So it was bugged, so the taunt get fucking removed. So you couldn't do it during the first time. Apparently, somebody told me. I can actually check my video all the way back.
I guess that's something that you can check in Atlas too, because like there's a separate AI for stage changes, and like the AI that's used for like things like masters, like it's separated from the enemies. So yeah. I think what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about double, Lee had triple HP in Lost Belt 3.
Oh, Lee. Dude, Lee got fucking destroyed because of Koyan Light.
Yeah, because
everything in
man.
Lost Belt 3 got destroyed. Yeah, everything is man.
Dude, imagine Jufu versus Kenshi Huang.
Oh my god.
Like,
but you can't debuff him, right? Wait, can you debuff
I mean,
him?
you can on the first turn.
Doesn't he cleanse it though?
No. He has a skill that can cleanse, but he doesn't always cleanse. That's
Wait,
why.
no, he doesn't cleanse.
Yeah, he applies a bunch of debuff immunes, so you can't debuff him after you break his bar.
Wait, no. No, he doesn't cleanse the tree. What the fuck? He cleanses Ash. What the fuck? Why didn't nobody do it on JP then?
They might have fixed it
one
later.
Of those things, like it might be just one of those things where it's like the player base is more like the player base doing this kind of thing is more involved and aware of like the mechanics. Like, you know, just like when I look at my tier list from 3 years ago. And where I'm calling Santa Martha trash.
You reference that so many times, it feels like you're trying to push people to watch a video.
It's not a video. I just like to mention that, like,
Plushie, can you
people's
link
opinions
the
and
page?
stuff change as time goes and you play the game.
For the quest.
Like, you become more knowledgeable.
What, on Atlas?
Yes.
Can't. I'm navigating it. I can't. But according to my video, he doesn't. So I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, because
no! I know what happened. I know what happened.
Like, the two things I would guess, it's either the thing that makes more sense is he automatically
because the tree is taunted, so he cleansed the tree because he's taunted.
Yeah, that was one of them, and the other was like, okay, maybe he targets the enemies that have debuffs, but.
No, that's not the case because I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That might have been what happened because the tree is taunted, so he cleansed the tree.
Okay,
Wait, but
do you have the link?
No, I can't find it. I'm sorry. I'm looking for it.
Okay. If you're not right at it, I know how to find it.
Wait, when did Ash when did Ash get taunted?
Okay, 203, 300.
That's so funny.
Enemies.
I'm pretty sure that feels like what happened. That feels like he because his cleanse target also got taunted, so he cleansed the tree. Oh, that's so funny.
Super high difficulty, burning eruption.
If our servants can theoretically double cleanse at a double cast start, is this still worse than even against man enemies? Yes, it is worse. I did the calc. It's better if you're against human man. If you have 100% PMOD from each Koyan Light, then yes, it's better. But
how common is that?
Not very common. It's like Shinjuku and the little pirate people in Agartha. That's it. Like the FPS players in Shinjuku and the
oh, the FPS ones, the ones that I used for that Melusine stage.
Yeah.
Where you hit like 26 million damage or something like that.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that, because what the AI is set to do, it targets a random Ashwataman enemy, and since that can be switched, because when you have things like that, that means it first checks to see if there is an enemy that has that trait, and then after that, it selects from that pool of that one target, and there's only one, and it sees that he's there, but like it can also target something else.
He
Basically.
misfires. He accidentally.
Yeah.
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 Missed. Oh no.
What am I thinking of that had something similar to that? I don't know. Okay, yeah, there's some quests that have. Oh, that's it. That's exactly it. So the Finn advancement quest. So if you have a female on the field, he'll remove some of their buffs and drain some of their charge. But if you can have a male with like a tauntcy or something, and he sees a female and he'll drain and remove buffs from the male anyways.
Bruh.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was a thing already. Like people are very innovative. So
Mr.
like
President
even before the
or
crane.
Mrs. President on them.
So crane was the first time ever that it was utilized. The crane CQ in Medusa Saber's event, and then
Yes, I remember seeing that, and I remember going like, "Wait a minute, that's super cool." And I'm like, I need to get a copy of Osaka Hime Archer for, because I didn't
But
have
the
one
ar-
at the time. I don't think.
yeah, but the RNG for that run is really bad because crane doesn't always use her skill 2.
Wait,
Yeah.
who was she on the banner with? Was she with Carmilla?
I don't remember.
know.
How do you
mean the
not
first
remember?
banner? Yeah,
You rolled for her.
No. For the initial banner, yes. Oh no. For
Okay.
the initial banner, she was with. No. She wasn't with Carmilla. Meld was with Carmilla. She was with. She was.
No.
She was with
Yeah,
Carmilla. She
yeah.
was
Melt
with Carmilla.
was
She was with
Melt
Carmilla.
was with Okita because I spent a bunch of
Yeah.
SQ on the split rate up
Oh
like
my
a
God.
moron, and I got
I'm
4
stupid.
Okitas and 1 Melt.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was with Carmilla.
Yeah, that was a.
I
Oh, dude, and they wait.
have a couple of her.
Oh, that was the Musashi banner, right? Or was it?
Yeah, she was.
or- yeah, the Musashi was the first banner.
Okay, so Carmilla
Yeah.
Ryder got reran with Ruler Artoria for some reason instead of Musashi. Like if
that's an
they
East-
just
That's an esports banner.
if they reran Summer Carmilla with Musashi, I would have had MP5 Summer Musashi, which would have been broken as fuck right now. But no, they had to rerun her with fucking Artoria Ruler. Like yeah, she's pretty good, but I don't use her as a main DPS. So
Unfortunate.
Oh, I tell you who's gonna be great for Super CERN as a support. Murasaki. Because she has 30% defense down, she has 30% anti-demonic, and then 30% anti-good and anti-chaotic. So
wow, she hits
you got 90%
triple.
90% PMOD and 30% defense down. And then we
Oh,
also
so
have
she-
like debuff immune in case like you need to do something
That's
there.
funny,
You
'cause
know?
I was looking at my KP run, and I on the turn with the MP sealed, I legitimately just take out an entire bar with just a Buster crit. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, wait a minute.
that's what people usually did with the 4 turns when they weren't being like little bitches and using an NP5 Skaha.
Yeah. I'm no
pretty sure-
coward.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't gain that many stacks by turn 2 if you do a Brave Chain on 1. So
Yeah. if
Oh
you
yeah,
have Brave
yeah.
Chain
He
on-
starts
on
with
one.
like 7, and if you Brave Chain, then oh wait, or is
Yeah.
it 6? I think he starts
I-
with 6, and then like that takes him down to 2.
I remember his second bar being pretty flimsy, but then it just starts going.
But then
fucking
it's
crazy.
Yeah,
that's when he
yeah.
starts like
his
stacking.
his third he gets like, I think he gets 7 stacks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. On the third bar he gets. No, it's actually 3 stacks. Or 4 stacks. Okay, because like the way that's supposed to be constructed, it's supposed to be to make him take 1 less action than prior, because like however many actions he has depends on how many curse stacks he has. Those thresholds being 0 through 3 is 3 attacks, and 4 through 7 is 2 attacks, and then 1 attack anything above that. So it always takes him above it.
Oh wait, he actually has different attack numbers based on.
Yep.
I've never known that. I've
Yeah.
never thought about that.
Yeah, unless it's on the last bar, then it's always 3 attacks, and you always get 3. You always get 7 stacks. So it's so common to go like above 10 on the last bar.
It's so bad because like the more he attacks, the more chance he has to get 1 more stack.
Exactly. That's why the first 3 bars aren't as unbalanced, but the 4th bar is absurd because of that. Because like you can have a nice turn where you get a brave chain and you're like, okay, I just took off 4 stacks. But then you get unlucky. He attacks 3 times, he gets 3 stacks, then he gets 1 at the end of the turn, and you made 0 progress. Actually, negative progress, because that means that 1 DPS took a bunch of damage, and you didn't use a support NP that turn.
Literally designed to like snowball out of control, because the more he attacks, the more he gets it, and then the more stacks he gets, the more he attacks. It's actually so fucking dumb. Yeah, like I'm not looking forward to trying to TA this with Koyan Dark. I don't think that I can do the super one, but probably with the normal one I'll try to Koyan Dark. But damn,
I think it'll be fun. I look forward to seeing the suffering.
I hope they don't.
Give me a minute.
So
I hope they just remove the RNG, man. Like, what the fuck?
So that's one thing I absolutely loved about Lost Belt 6, Summer, that is. They brought him back. Yeah, they brought back 2 of him, basically, and they both like had very similar gimmicks, but they removed the things that were so fucking stupid about it. Except for with Succulus. Succulus was not as good.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, just stun shit for no reason.
Yeah, so the third one fucking sucks, but
yeah, like I stick to it. Like that water CERN is such a good boss fight. Like that is genuinely a pretty fun boss fight, and it's reasonable for people to do.
It's still Berserker, right?
Yeah.
It's really close to being
and
OG CERN.
Yeah, and dude, Berserker bosses are great for that reason. Like you can use basically anything against Berserkers. So
I really hoped the challenge quest was just the 3 Cernunos back to back instead of whatever the fuck they cooked with Nocnaria. That was not a bad CQ though. That was not a bad CQ though. I'd say that was not a bad CQ. The Summer 8 one, but personally I would have liked a second CQ, kind of like the Shining Star, where it's just like 3 of the elemental Cernunoses, but it has like actual Cernunos HP.
Yeah, with them. Oh, like, and they transition between each one.
Yeah, you put them back to back. Yeah, even though I hate the third one, I think the third one is really cancer. I don't like that one.
For those who don't know, basically you use a skill, and the servant that used the skill gets hit with a stun, and it has a cooldown of 2. Wasn't that the first time they did the? Oh wait, I think it was the second time they did the enemy cooldowns. Like they had the passive buffs where they activate it once every however many turns. They did that also on the Mystic Shoe event. Mystic Shoe. Because I want to say Galatea had something like that. Where she stole buffs and it was on a certain... feel free to pop in. I know you guys know these quests better than I do.
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember the thing where they steal. I know the current NA quest. She steals your invincibilities and your defenses, which I hate.
Well, there was like this clip someone posted on Twitter with Galatea where she had like 3... she had like double Merlin and Koyan buffs. Because someone placed them on a servant, and then she took them and she buster crit them for like several 100,000. I love that clip.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The enemy one did that.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had this. I woke up the other day thinking this, and I came up with an answer for it, and I threw it out for chat the other day. I'm gonna ask you a question. So, when it comes to 4 stars, what do you think? Who do you think is the best crit servant? I'm not gonna elaborate too much on that. Just like,
Okay.
what do you think of when
4
best
star.
crit?
Hold on. Let me look up 4-star servants. Let me make my decision as far as who I think the best crit 4-star servant is.
Shinpachi.
You know, that a lot of people in
Yeah,
chat said that too.
It's probably Shinpachi. Now,
Oh, I didn't even look at the chat. Oh, I was
are we
looking at-
talking about
it is back
like
then.
doing the crits or supporting the crits?
Not sporting crits, just crit servant.
Yeah, then it's probably Shinpachi because he has like 300% available to him at any time.
Okay.
No, then I want to change my answer. I got a cooler one. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm just looking at like the 4-star servants, and like not a lot of them are like crit based. Like Iori's not, that's for sure.
I come up with one. Hold on. I swear.
You're not inventing them, are you? Because
Keisuke's definitely not, he sucks.
Carmilla,
I mean,
right? I
he's-
don't know, bro.
he does crit better than a lot of servants. All right. It's like
Yeah.
1/5 of Van Gogh, and Van Gogh is so much that
Now,
1/5 is still a
as
lot.
far as servants you use to crit, I definitely think Summer Say is one of the crit ones.
Yeah, that's another
especially
answer I got.
Yeah, Summer Say.
Lancelot 7 years ago.
Damn.
I immediately
sucks.
thought-
I'm gonna be honest.
I
Lancelot sucks.
I immediately thought Berserker Lancelot, and it's like, oh yeah, the game's aged so much, hasn't it?
Like Saber Lancelot sucks.
No. I don't think he sucks.
I think he sucks. I think he sucks. So my answer is Shinpachi and Sei. Why? Is there some super secret like gotcha moment you got here for us?
No, not really. I was just curious as to like what people would think for a question like that, because it's
Right.
a kind of a general question, but like the answer that came to me in a dream apparently was Ashwataman, which like I think he's a really solid crit servant, because like I won't deny that Shinpachi is really good for crits, but he's also kind of bursty. Like, if you don't have his 3rd skill up, or you don't do a chain with his NP, his crits aren't going to be as impressive, and it's also harder to guarantee his crits when you don't have his 3rd skill up at all.
Oh, I can definitely agree with Ashwataman.
I think Ashwataman's okay.
Do you know who should get a buff? Ashwataman.
No, he does.
Yeah,
he's
let's take
fine.
one of
You
the
know-
best
you know what
single
4 stars
target
should get buffs?
archers.
Yeah.
And buff them.
Let me look
Yeah.
at my 4 stars that
Yeah.
I have and really like
Yeah.
and say who should get a buff.
Yeah. See here.
Daikoken
See,
should get a buff. Here,
See.
I can make an argument for Daikoken getting a buff.
Here's the problem. We can't have Fujino get away with this. Okay? Right? Like, this is not fair. Ashwataman should be... Because, like, this is literally just Hindu Buster single targets. He should be the 4-star version of Bima.
What's wrong with Fujino being good?
No, Fujino can't get 3 buffs.
I didn't say
Did you get-
Fujino.
No, that's what I mean. Like, she's like the other single target Buster. He can't get away with
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna show you an
They
She
image.
can get away.
They
I-
should grail Daikoken though, or not grail. Buff Daikoken.
Yeah,
Sure.
just like personally, like
they,
everyone in the
they
office should do it.
They should buff Daikoken. Either an MP upgrade or a really good skill upgrade. But I
Alright.
would prefer an MP upgrade that gives them an anti trait.
Guys, I'm gonna show you an
They already
image,
are in.
and you're gonna have to take a nice long look at it. All right?
Alright, just know
Consider
that there's a
this.
stream delay. Yeah, what do you want from me about this?
Oh, Tomoe. I
Yeah.
mean,
Which one do you actually want to buff for? All right?
Look,
Ashwatthama.
Tomoe sucks, and no one cares about Tomoe. I'd rather them buff Mary Anning than buff Tomoe.
Already buffed
Well,
Mary
yeah,
Anning.
but she's
no,
a
no,
support.
not
That's
Mary Anning.
different.
It's not Mary Anning. It's
It's
Anna
Mary-
Oh my
Anna
god.
Marie,
First off,
whatever,
it's
same
not.
thing.
It's Anne Bonnie,
Oh,
who
and
was paired
Bon-
up with
and it's
Mary Reed.
Mary Reed. Okay.
And
yeah, it's Anna
Mary.
Marie. Yeah, Anna Mary, no? Anne
on.
Bonnie and Mary. Yeah, Anne and Mary. That's
Yeah.
her name.
And you know, 2 of these servants do the exact same thing, except one does it way better.
I see
No,
that
that's what I'm
image,
on.
and
Yeah.
I raise you this image of mine.
What is this? The fuck is this?
Because I don't have the other archer.
No, here's the thing.
This-
Tomoe, look, there.
This is the same image.
I don't even have Anne Bonny and Mary Reed.
Yeah, I
No,
got
he-
them NP2 on like a multi.
Here's
Maybe
my
they're in my second archive. Let me look.
here's my FGO hottest take, right? I think if a servant is beyond saving, they should just let it die.
Okay, but look at what they did with Saber Geo. Everyone thought that he was beyond
True.
saving, but now he's actually pretty decent.
I think his buff is a little overrated. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's good.
I
mean,
think-
he was
I
he was
think-
crap. Dude.
Okay,
Like he had
Ryou.
no purpose before, now he
Ryou.
has a purpose.
Ryou,
Fucking crap.
Ryou, here's what I think. I think that you tried him with Tonalico like once and you weren't impressed.
No, I actually haven't used him with Tonalico at all. I
What?
thought about it
So-
and I looked at
What?
the numbers and
What?
he wasn't.
Bro.
Oh, so
Okay,
you
no,
don't know
let me-
what you're talking about.
no,
That
no,
explains
he
it.
count.
I
Okay,
thought
he
about
count.
it and I checked into the numbers and it never was worth using over something different.
A 5-star.
It over a
mean,
5-star,
No,
star,
a 4
obviously
star,
not.
a 3-star, a 1-star. Like
What?
his,
No,
his effect, because it's a 1-turn MP damage effect, I
Du-
would rather
dude,
have
Dude,
other
you're
effects
honing in
for-
too much on the NP damage effect. What
But
else you
that's-
have there
but I
is
can
50%
get
crit for 3
50% crit
turns.
from any random hobo on the side of the street.
Yeah, but you also have 15 stars per turn, and you also
He's
have
gonna
the
die,
overcharge.
Doesn't matter.
Overcharge,
The amount
okay.
of stars Tonalico generates is enough. Like there's stars are not her problem, especially with class score. So
Okay, but like, there are more servants than Tonalico out there. Actually,
you were
actually,
asking Tonalico, so I'm
I
telling
was
you my experience.
no, I was saying that to belittle your position. Okay,
This is you. This is you.
hold on.
Child.
This is the
That's not a child.
This is the image that Ryou sent me, which must mean that he's like
No, that is you.
he's-
That is you right
This
now.
is him. It's literally him. I will say actually, someone I was pairing him with just the other day, who actually is a surprisingly good combo with him, is King Protea. Apparently, she's lawful good. So, and like her overcharge is actually surprisingly good because, like, even though it's just Buster, it scales better than most overcharges, where it's like 10% per level. So it's with 1 NP, it's like 40% Buster for a turn. And then like he also has the crit, and she has like a bunch of the other types of buffs. So she really likes crit buffs. Like she has 40% attack for 3 turns. She has a bunch of Buster that she gets from her NP.
So you're face racing with King Protea though? Like
I mean,
know.
I personally, I feel like that's one of her biggest appeals. Like aside from being super good defensively, like she has like good card damage.
yeah.
Pretty easy to work
I don't
with.
know.
on that.
I just think it's a good buff, but I just don't think it's like I just think that a lot of the time I'm probably not gonna end up using it.
I mean, yeah, there's like a lot of options. Ultimately, that's his biggest problem. But I think like when the stars are aligning, and I think they align enough that that he is useful. Like I have times where I'll actually use like Bart, for example, who is like he's okay, but like when you're supporting someone that is lawful good, he is just basically a strictly better version of him. Because they both have 3-turn 50% crit, but one's a star bomb for 1 time, and the other is like 15 per turn.
I mean, if I'm using him, he's level 1, so he's dying. So the stars per turn doesn't matter.
I mean, you can still get stars per turn, like on the next turn. Look, I went years seeing like early min turners or quote unquote min turners using a level 1 cursed arm, an esports cursed arm. Because he drops stars once and then he drops stars on the next turn.
The world was different back then. We lived in a different time, a different place, not known to man as we are now.
Yeah, I say min turner. It was more so just people like it was people doing solos that were cheats more so than that, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
Back when the star economy wasn't inflated. True.
So
Back when they had dignity.
I feel like the other classes are a little more obvious. So like with 5 stars, who would you say is the best crit servant? Like I think of 2 answers and like either one's yeah.
I mean, for 5 stars, it depends on.
Bima.
I mean, Bima's pretty
He crits good. I wouldn't say he's like the best crit servant though.
Van Gogh. I don't know. Fucking just Van Gogh.
I mean, Van Gogh is
Super
like the
Ryan.
best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super Ryan's 1 turn burst. Like if you're talking like 1 turn burst, Super Ryan is really good.
I wouldn't
not
say
a really
I
one.
wouldn't
He's not
say
really-
he's that
Dude,
one
you literally
turn.
solo prison tower with him. What do you mean? He's not 1 turn.
No, like his big crit. Like if you're looking at like his big crit, getting that triple buster is the super like 1 turn burst. That's if you're like going like for the best. Otherwise you disperse it out and it is pretty good, but like you know, it's,
I mean, you can spam his MP a little bit. I know. I do think he's not like insane, but like he's still pretty good.
I mean,
the guy even will Pierce.
Yeah, that's part of the thing. Like he's like if you have his NP up pretty often, he's always gonna have a bunch of big buffs on. And then like his 3rd skill, like it's not like I mean I understand his 1st skill is pretty bursty, but his 3rd skill like it's 3 times 3 turns. So like it activates with Brave Chain Space.
If we are talking about when you're talking about them in a vacuum, I think that actually changes things quite a bit. Because like a lot of Buster Service, you're like, oh, they're so good at critting, but it's like, yeah, you're using double vision, swapping in Merlin, like, yeah, of course you're gonna crit hard. But if you're like looking at them like on their own, like, because you mentioned like Bima,
Bima has ramp up crit, yes.
Bima has like a ramp up crit, right?
50%.
So like,
is it 50%?
Is he gonna be able to spam his NP a ton?
Yeah. But I feel like one of his bigger appeals is his NP, and like I mean his NP does increase his crit damage, but
now,
like it's the NP, the removal, and then like, but it's hard to get on his NP really often. I feel
he does have.
I guess compared to.
Doesn't he have like 2? No, wait, hold on. His 3rd skill, yeah, he has 2 crit skills. When he uses his quick cards, he gets more crit damage.
And
so I think Bima's definitely up there. Like, cause I'm talking like self-sufficient. So Bima, definitely Melusine Ruler is one of them.
Here's one I'll definitely bring up, and I know a certain chat member that'll thank me for it. Takasugi.
Ah, he does have ramp up crits as well, and cooldown. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like just on his skills, he has like 30 attack, 20 quick and buster, and then 50%.
He's
crit.
Underrated. I don't know if he's the best crit, but like he's.
Well,
Oh yeah, I'd say like it's between Super Ryan and Van Gogh. And
it's
like,
can he spam his NP
Takasugi?
fast enough? That's
yeah.
That's the other thing is,
yeah.
Like Van Gogh can like on her own spam MP. Super Ryan on his own can spam MP.
Takasugi can.
Takasugi gets charged when he uses MP, which is something the other two don't do.
Here's the thing, like yes, Van Gogh can spam her MP, but like for example, she can terror spam, right? And she can spam her MP, but like when you compare her to like someone like Alice, like who has a base MP refund,
yeah, she is losing out quite a bit in terms of MP gain if you're doing like a solo. I don't know if this is considering solos.
I mean, with Van Gogh, it's you do like NP, quick buster, and then the next turn you do quick buster arts, then NP quick buster arts. You have like a
every other turn. I mean, I'm pretty sure
NP.
Takatsuki can do it every other turn. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
With mighty chains, a lot of them can.
Yeah.
Most characters can.
I think like Van Gogh gets a lot more out of it, but like I think Super Ryan has it harder because
you have to decide what you want to use.
yeah, you have to decide what you want to use.
Yeah, that's and that's like why I generally don't like rope in a bunch of supports for this. It's because like everything can crit really hard these days.
I'm gonna stand with Ruler Melostine also being very self-sufficient because
oh yeah,
she basically has if you're going right, basically a permanent 90% crit up, and that just stays around forever.
Yeah, and she's super
and then gets another
self-sufficient
30%. Yeah, like her an arts chain usually is gonna like refund or get pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know if it's gonna get harder or easier. Okay, so what about 3 stars? What's the best crit servant?
Who cares?
I mean,
It's
who
that
cares what
stupid
the
new
5
saber.
star is?
It's Theseus. Yeah, he can choke on his sword and die. But that's his only gimmick is crits. Like that's all he is crits.
No,
I mean, his
it's-
MP
look,
damage is actually pretty high.
Look, Ryou, there's a funnier way you could do it. You could talk about him like hanging himself with the thread, okay?
Okay.
Be more clever
Easy.
with it, okay?
Theseus
Yeah, but I'm
is
sorry, but like 3-star crit servants, it's literally just Theseus.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't recall anything. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I hate myself for saying this. Okay,
Billy
what
the
about
Kid-
Enshin?
Oh gosh,
No, no.
you're
no.
fired. We're replacing you with someone else next week.
Look, I don't. Look, I.
You know you can't be rid of me.
Oh yeah, Billy the Kid. I forgot about Billy the Kid.
Yeah, that's
Billy
another
the
one I
Kid
thought
has
of.
1 turn of 120 crit up, yeah. But,
no,
but 3
he
turns.
also now has
3 turns of 50.
another
is it
3
30?
turns of 50, and then on his NP he does Jack crit damage. I guess. Yeah, you're right. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
you know,
he's
Theseus is
pretty
better.
solid for crits, but
Theseus is better critting because Theseus has ramp up crit. It's what 50 at MP? Oh, it's a 50% crit and it overcharges up to 100%. And then his second skill is he adds himself another 50% for arts crit. And his first skill is he dumps stars. His third skill is he dumps stars.
I mean,
and attack us.
this really is the problem that you mentioned earlier, right? Like, Buster is the best crit card type because Buster cards hit hard, and a bunch of Buster supports have star bombs and star absorbs and crit ups. It's not actually necessarily because of the servant themselves. So how do you evaluate this, right? Like, there are a lot of art servants who has strong crit kits actually. Like Summer Ibuki actually has a really strong crit kit, but people don't consider them. Summer Ibuki is a fucking.
well, that's because
exception,
people more so think about her in P because she's really easy to spam
like,
with.
Artoria
she
Caster,
no, I
think, has a
was
good
gonna say she's
crit
an
kit as
exception.
well.
Oh yeah, I mean
Like,
they're basically the
because-
same. Like
Because
she's
she
the
has
single target
50%
version.
crit up,
Wait,
and then
Yeah,
What do you say?
Star Absorb, star per turn. They're
and
the
then
same
Star
fucking
Absorb.
character.
Rio, what did
and
you
then
say?
she has her anti traits, which are
Castoria.
Castoria.
Oh, Berserk.
They're the
Castoria then
same.
has the special effects, which are basically like crit against the traits anyway.
Wait,
They have the same shit. Her
Okay.
and Summer Ibuki has the exact same
okay.
shit in terms of crit. It's so
Question though. These aren't. Why are we talking about 5 stars again?
Oh no, I
Well,
just
because
brought up
because
like
we're
the.
explaining because crits. It actually the servants individual them having crits on their own definitely helps. But here's the thing: is it for most servants, even if you like use them for big crits, it doesn't really matter when you have a character like say CL who does she have a crazy amount of crit buffs in her kit? No.
Yes, 100. What do you
No.
mean?
Yep.
No,
Yeah, her second
she's
skill.
gonna lose HP. Like once her HP is down, it's 50%. Like I don't
Keep
consider
it
that.
at keep
Okay.
keep it
Real-
at, keep it
So,
at,
Wait,
you-
Ryou,
like-
don't you usually talk about stuff from a TA perspective? Is she going to be taking a lot of damage?
yes, if you
Well,
use BG.
if she uses
Yeah,
BG,
but,
it's
like,
impossible to have.
Then you can
And
have
so you might need
50%
the BG
crit.
damage.
It's still
So
50%.
you have to make the determination. Does the extra 50%
you
crit
also-
when you're using double
also might
vision, say
use a different
Merlin,
CE.
when you're already sitting at now, what is that? 100%, 50%. It's like 250% on that one turn. Does 50% more crit outdo 80% more MP damage? And that's the question. So when you're doing that kind of thing, she's probably not going to be operating at maximum crit. So it's like 50% crit, right? But does it really, that's what I mean. This is my point. Does it really matter that it's only 50% crit when you're shoving 250% crit from somewhere else in there from
No.
supports?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like,
That's why Buster, it doesn't matter what their kit is. Them having some crit in their kit is a great bonus. But
No,
it's actually not that important.
What actually makes a Buster servant a good
that's why
crit
we got to
servant
look
is,
at it differently.
is if they have a lot of Buster ups and attack ups in their kit. Like, unironically.
That's why like Lancer Melusine does fine with crits, is because she has a 40% attack up, and built-in NP damage and Buster
Dude, I've been
up.
trying to look for this video to show you, but I can't fucking find it. Also, I just realized I only have 2 attempts to thank you. Anyways, where is this? Okay, here it is. No, this isn't it. Hold on, what the fuck? Where's the run? I saw it. Here it is. So this is a Estrella 3-turn versus William Tell. Super Recollection Quest.
Those are a bunch of Buster supports.
Yes. So
Oh.
so she cards William Tell. The MP is actually on the lower HP Chimera. So this is just like such a good example of why it doesn't fucking matter what your kit looks like.
Yeah.
So I
It's why,
recall
like,
doing
like Summer's Say and Galatea both have done runs where their MP doesn't matter. Like Galatea is especially really funny because Galatea, she's literally just an Unga Bunga Berserker in that case.
I recall doing a
suck it,
run
Vlad.
on,
I mean,
I
at
recall-
least you can do Domon stuff.
I recall doing a run on the Kenshin CQ with Kenshin, and it also had to be a Buster comp, because
Yeah, and then like there's a bunch of Beast Kama interns that have art servants that are using Buster supports.
yeah,
'cause they can loop their skills.
that is a big one as well. That was with Takeru, Yamato Takeru.
Yeah, well, as well as Galatea and apparently Vlad, and then Creamhild, and yeah, a bunch of berserkers. It's kind of funny that it was a bunch of berserkers because that's like one of the worst classes to use there because they lose their one advantage. They don't do any bonus damage.
Bruh.
But yeah, that's once again. So it's all about the sports. Buster just has better crit support than anything else, and so kind of just
Yeah.
it's kind of all it is. So it doesn't really matter what your kit is. It just matters if you have easy access to Buster cards.
Yeah, which is why I think this is an interesting question because it's just evaluating the servant like on their own outside of just dumping a bunch of supports on them. Like even if it's
But,
not
like,
a
how
practical
often are you taking a
look,
3-star?
Look, it's not a practical question, but it's a fun question to just talk about or think about, you know?
Also, that William Tell run, she does like 700k with the crit at the end. Like,
Yep.
that's so much.
I mean, it's a MLB versus check.
It is MLB. It's MLB versus with Tsukimihara, Ox King. Like, it's got the works.
It's kind of got everything. Yeah.
It's got like anytime I see someone with the freaking Skimihara CE, I get annoyed because I'm like, I don't have that CE. I want that CE.
I'm more annoyed with MLB versus all the time. I don't know.
Well, yes, but MLB, I understand. I will never have MLB versus. I've accepted that in my life.
Look, Plushie, it's gonna fade over time because it's only really applicable with the Lost Belt 4 quests. It's not.
Yeah, not.
Oh well.
Yeah, not Lost Belt 5. Yeah, not Lost Belt 7, where that's gotta happen. That's got a bunch of
Lost
fucking
Belt
gods. What do you mean?
Wait,
Is also
who
divine.
are you? Wait, who
No?
all is on?
Is he? Oh, he is.
Yeah, but you're not
Is
gonna
he?
use verses on him if you're because it's 4 turns.
Oh, true. Yeah. You're never using verses on Cernunos. You're
But
right.
like also
'Cause
on Lost Belt 6, like you got a bunch of Earth enemies that aren't divine. You got like Oberon, you got Woodwoes, you got Morgan.
I mean,
Well, Lost Belt
I
6 is the exception to the rule here.
Yeah, and wait, how bad?
I mean,
how bad
3
is Lost Belt 5? Because like I remember Charlotte, and then there's a wait, is
the
that
fucking
the
Cerberus.
Cerberus? Is that divine?
I think Charlotte might have been divine because
I don't
Charlotte
think-
was Charlotte has Athena's nanomachines.
Yeah,
No?
the Clarinomia stuff.
Nanomachine, son.
Yeah, Charlotte might
Chat-
have been divine.
Chat, did
just
I
like
say that
William
word
Tell.
right? Like I haven't read that shit in a long time. If I said if I said it right, then yeah, yeah. I would make a case for Saber Shield because like he genuinely actually crits good now.
He is the most self-sufficient. Dude, I saw like fucking farming comps with him where he just does 2 Buster cards every turn. It's so
That was kind
stupid.
of funny.
Yeah. All right, so how about 2 stars?
No, I can't think of anything. I've never used a 2 stars of DPS in my life.
No,
Outside
no,
of tower events.
it's 1 star is easy though.
Is that
Ooh.
Kojiro?
Kojiro.
Okay, 2 star. I feel like it unironically might be Leonidas.
Oh, Leonidas. Yeah, he
Yeah,
dumpster.
like-
He can loop his MP. He can loop his MP in solos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Well-
the only thing he has going. Oh, I guess there's Cursed Arm.
Yeah, and Cursed Arm. Gareth after she takes 20 hits.
Ah, yes,
See?
Gareth.
Yeah, Gareth after she gets hit like 20 times in the face and she has like a bunch of attack ups. There you go.
Yeah, I think it is Leonidas because I think he has like some of the highest attack stat in the group, and he also has a positive mod on it. Because like there's a lot of assassins and such here, and like you got George, who's like one of the lowest attack stats, and there's a case to be made for Salome just purely because she's a berserker,
Well,
which isn't actually good for crits.
I was looking through the thing I've submitted for the exam. I misspelled a word.
Are they
I
going to
feel like
dock
they-
you points for misspelling?
I
the
don't
word?
know. I don't know.
Wait,
Would
what
they?
kind of exam is it?
Just my actual exam, like a take-home one.
Yeah, like what kind of topics does it go over?
Molecular biology.
How bad is the misspell?
It was 1 letter. 1 letter miss. I mean, I definitely actually get questions wrong, but it just annoys me because I saw it.
Can you still tell it's the same word?
Should be.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't dock me points.
Okay, because like I think that's probably. I don't think I would. If I was a teacher and or like a professor and I saw someone turn in a perfectly fine like exam, but they misspelled one thing, I would like let them know later, but I don't think I'd dock points for it. I feel like it'd be like if everything else is fine, I wouldn't want to get really anal over that. At that point, I feel like he'd just hate you.
I have a personal vendetta. Yeah. Yeah, it just
I don't know. Is your
annoyed me.
professor Chinese?
No. They would know. Oh yeah, they would. I was like, they would know I'm Taiwanese. Yeah, they would. They know my background. But yeah.
They know everything about you. They're actually watching this right now. You don't know I don't work for them.
They're gonna fucking dock my points because I'm on smobcast.
That'd be horrifying if someone like I work with was like, "Hey, I recognize your voice from this podcast." I'd be like, "I quit." It's like,
Wait, don't you
have to leave.
Don't you like do a bunch of phone calls and stuff? Like I feel like this is a problem that would definitely happen eventually.
Well, hold on, you don't understand. My line of work is I am mostly an internal support. So I get like messages, emails, and requests from internal people about policy and how to handle situations, and that's what I do is I advise them on that. Sometimes I get asked by other groups or VPs and stuff like that to call a business, or even sometimes to call consumers, and I do have to sometimes reach out to people. I hate calling consumers. One, they never answer. Actually, no, it's fine because they never answer.
You mean customers?
No, consumers. They're I mean, okay, I mean, guess they're not really a customer. They're a client with the bank. They have an account with the bank. I
guess it would be weird to call like someone going to your bank a customer. Like, hello, I would like to buy some
they're a consumer
money.
Who is using us. They're a consumer using us for financing or for banking. So like that's really where the terminology in my head comes from. But like I do normally these people running these businesses are older and they're not gonna like.
How are they consuming money? Like, I mean, that feels okay. That sounds weird.
So a consumer is buying objects, right? That is a consumer is someone who makes purchases. You are buying objects, right? And so that's what a consumer is. And they are using a bank to help facilitate that. You are a consumer who utilizes your bank to assist you in paying a business for a service that you will then consume. Therefore, you are a consumer.
That sounds more like you're a middleman.
Banks kind of are middlemen, aren't they? Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
When you think about it,
yeah. I feel like technically is Ryo's signature word other than lolly.
What's your signature word?
Me?
I don't think it's me. That's a strange word.
Fuck.
Oh wait.
I just swear.
Is it possible? Maybe I'm sorry. That's two words, but
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Either that or I don't know.
Look.
But no, I would be absolutely terrified if I called a business and they were like, "Your voice sounds really familiar." I'm gonna be like,
they're not gonna admit they watch Smobcast, dude.
I know, but like, what if they recognize and then I'm streaming the next time and they're like, "Hey, did you call X and X business?" And I'm like,
they can't. That's weird.
Yeah, they can't. No, they can. I can't say it. Like, it would be very much against policy and maybe illegal to say say who I'm calling. But if someone says, "Hey, did you?" Says, "Hey, you called me," I'm like, well, like, bye.
All right. Well,
you know what to do, Chad. You just gotta fake
it.
Really?
One of his
funny.
Okay.
Partners.
I will say the amount of times businesses ask me to do something illegal is funny. Like, they will say, "Hey, we had a customer at our store and we can't get a hold of them. Can you tell me their phone number?" And I'm like, "No, that's illegal." Like, that's against the law. Like, I can't just give you their phone number. No, if a bank or a company has your phone number, they cannot just give it out to people for no reason, or just like, it's like,
I mean, they clearly do. There's still someone calling me for my non-existent Toyota Corolla. Like, fucking hell, dude. I don't.
That-
I never owned a
look,
car.
that's-
Like, why am I getting
That's a
targeted
different
by
type of
this?
thing.
All right,
You got tricked into a marketing scheme.
I
Look,
never
Plushie.
even owned a car.
Plushie, this is what you do. You actually answer it, but then you like pretend to be an old man who's hard at hearing.
Why don't you
And
just speak
just-
Chinese at them?
That's a pretty funny one too. But I worry that maybe they have a different department for the Chinese.
They got the fucking Chinese
Like,
people out here.
Imagine a like some telemarketer or some phone scam operation that has better like language options than most normal call centers.
Bro. We gotta scam everyone across the globe, you know.
That
Yeah.
reminds me, I have been getting like weird messages. Like speaking of getting scams, I don't think this is a scam, but I think there is someone out there who I'm pretty sure it like has a number similar to mine and it definitely put it out because I've gotten like 3 different people over the past couple months that are like this exact type of conversation.
What?
Like
Who is this? This is Allison.
Oh my god.
Dude, I think you got the
dude,
wrong-
why aren't you trying to riz her up though?
Are you Hannah's? Oh, can I say that?
yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. Like I don't know who that. I'm
So-
not showing you guys. But look, the
Hannah
name,
Montana
the
from
name doesn't-
Arizona. There you go.
Yeah, it's like nope. I'm like this has been my
So-
number for 10 years, and they're like, oh. And then 3 days later, I got a text message saying hello, like them
Okay.
asking again. I'm like, bro, no, you've contacted me before. I am not this person.
Also,
First impression, this looks like a bot message. This looks.
I
AI
would think so
generated.
too, except I got a text message from a different place saying, hey, this is, with Wildflower Massage on a road that I recognize as being in Arizona, confirming your appointment. And it's the same name that they're asking for, which is why I'm like, oh, this person just has either a similar phone number to mine and is stupid, or is maliciously giving out the wrong number.
It's
Yeah,
actually me.
that happens sometimes. Like I get someone else's number basically.
You see that last name? That's Chinese. That's me.
Smith?
No, Lee.
Oh, right. Yeah, but that isn't a normal person way of saying it. I'm terribly sorry. I think I'm going to have to go and see if there's a mistake in my mobile phone number somewhere. I'm terribly sorry. Like, who says that?
People of my like when you're communicating in text and like, sometimes you do that. I
only
I
for
spoke-
email.
Okay, I understand that if it's
Yeah.
like work emails, but this is like text. Like, you can abbreviate
Dude,
it to be like sorry. I
No.
think instead of I'm terribly
Look, I don't abbreviate words in my thing. I honestly, after I typed, I'm like, ooh, that was too casual. When I said dude, I think you got the wrong person. I'm like, I shouldn't have said dude. Like,
Yep.
that's too casual.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting thing to like try and get a balance of, like balancing the casualness, which like helps you like build rapport. I guess it helps you build more friendly work relations, but also being official enough that like people higher than you are more respectful of that. Like it's an interesting skill to build.
It is very funny, the conversations in email between me and my boss and the
Can you speak up a little?
not track. It is funny, the conversations in like email between me and my boss versus the non-permanent ones that people can't see. It's like, yeah, no, this is stupid and dumb, and these people should be, gotten rid of, just talking like, I'm like, yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, like this sucks, like it's dumb, but you never say that in email because you don't want that ever recorded, because what if you get subpoenaed and they got to get your
Yeah.
emails?
Yeah, it like you better Like, if you're gonna leave a paper trail, you better leave it clean.
Or like HR for some reason comes to look at you, like for some reason they're like, hey, someone said you said this to them, and you're like, yeah, and you have an email of you saying that exact thing. Don't insult someone at work in an email, and don't ever demean anyone at work in an email.
If you want to call them a bitch, do it in person, where
Yeah,
no one is
do
around.
it in person, where there's no cameras, you're not being recorded, and they can't see you. You know, and there's no proof it's you. That way, you know, you can't get fired.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever done that.
I want a kind of job like that. I lost a job recently because someone said that I was like mean to them, and I'm sarcastic, but like
Well,
I don't think I'm outright mean to people.
I got told once. So I remember I applied, and you know, I've worked at the same place for quite a while, but I've changed jobs a couple times. I did lose a position, and I was talking with them, and they were like, we're looking for a more glasses half full type person instead of a glasses half empty type person. And I'm like, are they saying I'm negative? And which is crazy because the person who got the job was, I think, the most upset and negative person I've ever dealt with in my life. And I'm like, am I worse than them?
No, he's
Like,
just faking it at work. Like, he's faking it, bro.
Real-
No, they were negative at work. And, like, they were known for being like kind of curt and rude and not very pleasant to talk to. And I'm like, hold on a second, I lost to that?
Damn.
Real? I'm not sure. Like, I can't. I don't know what your customer service type of voice sounds like. I'm not saying you're in customer service, but I don't know. Like, I feel like you have the type of voice that can be interpreted as more negative. Some people have like intonations and such that makes them sound like a pissed off person.
When if I'm calling a business, I sound like, hi, this is so-and-so with so-and-so bank. I'm looking for this person. Are they available to talk to about this situation? That's how I talk. But that is exactly how I talk. I keep it like that.
Yeah, that sounds kind of strange, I guess.
I am actually known for being one of the people who shows the least amount of annoyance in their voice when talking with people at work or when talking with consumers. I am constantly said, hey, you don't sound like you were annoyed with this person, you know, if it ever comes up. It's like, wow, you maintained your cool and you were calm and collected. And it's like, yeah, I maintain a very good tone when things, what people do say is I'm not empathetic. So if someone's telling me something and they're like, this terrible thing happened, I'm like, okay, great. So moving on to the top, like, I don't care. I'm not empathetic, apparently.
Dude, I feel you.
I'm like,
I think I'm really good for like customer service types of talk. Like, I can keep a smile in both my mouth and in my eyes, and like I can talk smiling and all sorts of stuff. But when it comes to small talk, like, sometimes it's just really hard because I just cannot. I do not give a fuck. Like, how's your day is going? I'm sorry.
I think the worst thing, and this happened to me recently, is I was calling a business and to resolve some sort of like, you know, account issue, and I was asking for like some statements of stuff and whatnot, and they were looking for it. And in the meantime, they started talking about like conspiracy theories, except they weren't phrasing it as conspiracy theories. They were like telling me like, this is the world as it is. And at that point, I'm like, crap, how do I continue this conversation with them? This person is clearly insane. And I'm like, oh no. It is the worst thing when you're I'm like, they don't know who I am. I'm some guy at the bank. And like they're telling me about how, like, you know, the government is plotting stuff through, you know, this weird stuff to ruin, you know, this group of people. And I'm like, okay. Like
deep state stuff?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay. Now I'm gonna give you an email you can send these documents to. I'm like, so you found the document. I'm gonna give you an email and I need you to send that to me. It's like, but no, I started there I started working here a long time ago as a part-time customer service call center representative for their credit card. And then after doing that for 18 months, I went to their escalated desk for their credit cards, which is where, you know, when you call a credit card and you're like, I want to speak to a manager, what they do is they send you to a person whose job is to get yelled at. And they do have some ability to do extra things, but their main thing is they're people who are good at taking being yelled at and also analyzing and fixing problems. But mostly it's getting yelled at.
Damn.
So I was in escalations for a while, and that is where I learned to, there's a couple things I learned. One, if I ever talked to a person, I didn't remember their name, or I didn't think about their name because, or anything about them, because that would make it personal. And I'm like, so I always said sir or ma'am. I never referred to a person by name because I didn't remember it. They would tell me at the beginning of the call, and I would immediately blank it out because I'm like, I am disassociating from this situation. So I'm like, I am not talking to, you know, I don't know this person. I don't even know who they are anymore. And so it's like, it doesn't matter how mad they get at me. The second that call ends, I don't remember them. I don't care about their situation. I did the best I could, and I'm moving on to the next one. And in fact, it's got to the point where I still, when I am helping people internally, they're like, hey, they'll ask me, hey, did you help so-and-so? And I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know who I talked to. I still do it. I even, because like there's some people like they're like, oh, I hate it when this representative, you know, keeps sending us this stuff for help because they don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, I don't know that they do that because I don't pay attention to who sends the requests. So it's like they get angry at the people, and I'm like, I don't. So anytime I talk to them, they're like, oh, you're so nice. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I don't remember the 50 times you've sent us garbage. Unlike everyone else, apparently.
Yeah.
So that is how I handle being nice, is to not care about who I'm talking to at work. And I learned that in a call center.
Yeah, I kind of feel you, even though like we've had such different jobs, but I feel like that's probably why I'm really chill on stream. It's because like I've dealt with a lot of really annoying people and just grinned and bared it. But yeah, I had this one time, which was pretty early on when I was working. So I'd only been working for like a couple months, and it was at a McDonald's, and it was an evening when I shouldn't have been working because I was always a morning person, and this one lady was really upset about how long she was having to wait, and she made sure that I knew about it. In front of the whole restaurant, and basically screamed at me for a minute, like berating me and like, oh, you'll never be anything and shit like that. And like, ma'am, this is a McDonald's. Like, but she also like she went over, like the manager gave her a refund and was basically like, yeah, take the food, take the money, go on. Like, we don't want someone like you halting business. And she threw drinks at the manager, and then at that point, like, okay, like it's escalating to attempted assault, basically. So the manager starts following her out to take like a picture of her license plate so we can call the police on someone. And she shuts the door on her, and like I don't remember how bad it was, but she like slammed the door on her arm. So like it went from attempted assault to actual assault. But yeah, like this was a kind old mom who was there with her like 4-year-old daughter. So that daughter is learning very good things. I hope she's in a better home, I guess. But
oh, that's bad. That reminds me. I think one of the most memorable bad experiences I ever had was that around when I was doing that same escalations job at a call center. There was this guy who was from New York. And he decided he was upset about some kind of fee or something. I don't remember. It was well, it was I wouldn't remove late fees. To be honest,
Oh, I
I
thought
wouldn't
you
remove
said
late fees
B.
from an account. So
Please, Mr.
and he
Bankman,
just
please kill this B for me.
he got mad and decided it was somehow a political issue. And so he started complaining about, and now remember at this point, neither George Bush nor Hillary Clinton were there because Obama was president, but he decided to complain about George Bush and Hillary Clinton and how they were the problem. They ruined America, the two of them. And he said that he wished he could throw them in a blender. He then decided that I was not an American, and decided that I was from Mexico, and so he told me to go back to Mexico, and then he decided that he hates women. He says, and take all the women with you, and then he decides he hates minorities, and then he said some words I can't say and said, and take them too, and then I'm like, I'm hanging up, and I hung up because I'm like, okay, I'm like, you said the magic word, that means I get to hang up. So I disconnected. So he talked about killing politicians and then told me to take all the women and minorities in America and leave the country. And because he decided I wasn't from America either.
Who do you think
This is the world that men want.
Moses? Like, what is this?
And I will always remember that person because it is the funniest, most horrible.
Do you actually? Because I know you don't know his name.
No, I don't remember his name. It was the funny thing is he was from New York and he did not have an American accent. And he had a name. I do remember that the name was not an American normal name. So it was ironic at the same time. So I thought it was funny. I had the account like in like on a sticky notepad because I wanted to see what he did to the account over the years. But then I realized, I'm like, is it a security thing for me to have this guy's account information here? And I ended up, shredding it later, like after 3 years. And I was like, you know what? I shouldn't have this anymore. I'm like, that's oddly vindictive and funny, but I shouldn't have it anymore.
But did he do anything? Did he purchase anything illicit?
Oh, I believe he closed out all the accounts. Like he was gone after that. But like, no, someone says like they can't be a real person. This can be a real person. Go get a job at a call center for a credit card. You will hear the craziest and dumbest things. People will. It also is where I learned that consumers just lie. People lie all the time about everything. People lie so much.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
It's like, and I remember because I after I'd worked there for a while, I was talking with my mother, and she's like, "Oh yeah, when I call a bank, I act like the dumbest person alive," because she's like, "Yeah, if you just act like a stupid person, they're more likely to do stuff for you." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, that's the problem. She's like,
I feel like you're just gonna run into more problems that way. Oftentimes,
no,
like
because a lot of the people I worked with, they would get annoyed at dealing with stupid people and just like literally like wave things just to get the person off the phone because they were tired of dealing with the person being annoying or dumb.
Wow.
Literally, it worked. I don't know if it still works now. I've been away from that, for like 10 years, but it worked back then. And acting dumb definitely worked because if you were annoying enough and they wanted to get you off, sometimes they would give you, basically, they would pay you to go away.
Well,
You were just a chat rep for Lowe's Ones? Yeah!
I can't say I've ever had a customer that wanted to get me off, but it sounds crazy.
I've also worked as an online chat representative before. So I know that that was, oh gosh, that was so long ago. But same place though. I've changed a lot of jobs. I've done a lot of different things where I work at, but I've done that too. And online chat support is also very dumb. People ask the dumbest things.
So,
Anyway, yeah,
so
no,
plushie, how go the rats?
Yeah, you don't deal with rats anymore, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, are you gonna go
You got
back
any
to the
funny
rats?
work stories?
No, I got no work, so I go to school every day. It's fucking 9 a.m. Go
Yeah.
come back in the
Yeah,
afternoon. Like a kid.
unfortunately, plushie got held back in high school, and he's still working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'm still going to school.
Yeah.
Don't
When he
drop out,
says
kids.
when he says he's a med student, he means he sucks at science classes, and that's why he's getting held back.
Yeah.
When he said med, he actually meant sped.
Bruh. Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, even when I was working, it was like at a hospital in a lab, so like I don't really talk to people.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't
I've
believe
never worked service. Like
I can't
ever.
believe, despite the fact that plushie's still in high school, he's not the one here.
Huh?
You know where the joke's going.
Yeah. I was scrolling Twitter. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I mean-
sorry to throw my random work stories. I've just.
No, I mean, no, I mean,
Well,
it's
kind of
fun.
on the topic of that anyway. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm always willing
we
to-
we figured out couples therapy with Plushie and Koyan. We were productive. And then we started
Yeah.
talking about customer service.
Yeah. Customer
Oh
service.
no, it's like it was something about like wasn't it about like how I talk and stuff like that? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Oh
remember-
yeah. He said your voice sounds a little bit more
It-
like you're
It's because
angry.
it's
Oh,
because
yeah.
your voice is kind of raspy. So
Oh, well,
come on.
I've been talking since 11 a.m. It's now.
well, I mean,
it's almost 6.
it normally sounds like that though.
Yeah, well, during these streams, yes, because I'm talking. I'm like, I can if I pay attention to how I'm talking, it definitely doesn't sound as raspy. Like this is like when
still
paying attention
sounds-
to talking, it
still
does
sounds
it does this
raspy.
sound raspy?
It's just like the way your voice sounds. You sound old.
I sound old.
Yes.
Wait, when? Okay, completely unrelated. When does part 3 come out?
Next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after.
Oh,
Yeah.
next. Okay.
You know what
never
happens
mind.
this Wednesday? We're gonna get the pin switch. Calling it now.
Nah.
Oh, $30 million. No, I
Think about
just
30 million.
saw-
40. Holy cow!
I just saw they're gonna have a stream for Kiyomaf, but that's for Sunday, so next Sunday. So
Then it might be that Sunday, and we could talk about it next week. I
Yeah.
tell you what though,
Yeah, here-
if nothing happens Wednesday, I'm gonna look into grabbing us a guest. So
Ooh.
What
might
would
be
we talk
so-
about a guest
might-
with?
I don't know, like what did we
them.
talk about with like Fino or Mist and okay, Mist was like
I mean,
the
we
tier list.
we
but-
mainly asked them what they were doing, but then that we
Yeah,
can't. Ask
yeah,
them
and there
what
was
they're
so much
doing
to
again.
talk about. We still got like a 4-hour stream out of the last one, so yeah, we can
Yeah.
figure stuff out. Like, I'm not sure if it'll be someone new or someone old, but we got a lot of recommendations, suggestions on that survey. A couple people suggested hentai artists. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm not even gonna
Hmm.
Just
try.
our favorite hentai artists. Like, what was that? What was the idea there?
Choco.
I honestly could not name one because I don't know any.
Damn.
I also don't know any because
Because trust me,
yikes. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
I know a few.
Why?
Oh my God, why is my timeline full of people who got the new Ox?
The new Ox?
New Ox King from Daily Singles, damn it.
Oh,
What is my timeline full of?
was thinking auxiliary.
Musume,
Uma Musume, really?
yeah, an Uma Musume post. It's
Uh,
from Boss.
all right. So here are the hentai artists I know. I know Raita. I know Takanoko. I know Takeuchi.
Oh my
True.
gosh.
Yeah, I mean, like if you just look down the artist list of FGO servants, like it's like a 50-50 chance you're gonna find a hentai artist. Redrop, yeah.
Melon.
No, they're an artist who's done hentai.
Yes.
Melon.
They may not do it anymore. I mean,
Oh.
Melon definitely does.
Yeah, Melon
100%.
and his favorite melons.
Melon and his love for melons.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why there's a 22 after it. That's how.
That's how many he wants to draw at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should draw Koyan Sky a beast. Ugh.
What do you
can
say?
draw
Ugh,
6 at once. Then.
that sounds like something you'd be very interested in.
No,
No.
it's gross.
I mean, let's not pretend Wadarko doesn't draw like giant fucking milkers.
Yeah.
I mean, Wadarko knows how to restrain herself.
No, she doesn't. No, that's why. Like, what? Why do you think?
Okay, well, never. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Passion Lip-
Takeuchi was.
See,
Like-
Passion Lip
And
was supposed to
Mel-
be
and-
disturbing.
Yeah,
Pa-
Passion
Yeah,
Lip and Melt
Passion Lip
and-
was supposed to be disturbing with her tits.
Yeah, it was supposed to be scary. Like you get spooked by him.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so scary.
Dude, like,
Wadarko's most famous quote is her wish to continue drawing Melt's butt. I mean,
yeah, I feel like she's one of the horniest artists for FGO, honestly.
That's why it's so good. That's why she draws so well. 'Cause
Also-
she knows.
Also, it's pretty funny, like how you're talking about how she restrains herself from drawing huge tits and stuff, and like this is my farming comp. I'm using
okay,
two of her
BB may
characters
have-
that are literally giant.
BB may have
Oh.
some BBs, but like,
So does Kiara.
yeah, but I don't like Kiara.
Well, I do. Did I ask for your opinion, sir?
Kind of.
Yeah.
If that's your opinion, sir.
Why are you farming shells?
Because I actually haven't done this node before, and I'm farming SQ.
Wait, the bleached earth node, or is that a normal node?
This is the normal node. It's like the old one, but now there's one that there's a bleached earth quest for them, which is better because it also drops feathers. And then also we had the last lotto was like a shit ton of shells. So
Mm,
I think I'm still low on them though. I can't check right now though because I didn't get any drops. But yeah, we're almost at the 4-hour mark, so this is probably a good time to close it off. Like we've been chatting for quite a while. A lot to say. Not really, but we went somewhere. I don't know. I'm sort of just
we've
like.
run out of stuff to talk about when I start talking about work.
I mean, I had fun with that conversation. I know Plushie couldn't really relate to it, but like to be fair, that
Yeah.
happens with me pretty often. And I'll
Yeah.
just like chill out over here when you guys are like talking about TA.
yeah. I was watching the replay for the tournament because I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
The Pokemon thing. The Rats swept the finals. Holy fuck.
Wait, Mousehold?
Yeah, population bomb, really fair. Just fucking one shot of Dragonite. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's it, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.